Start the stream, clear my throat, right? Well, we've got a lot of boxes lined up here tonight. Hopefully everything is going smooth. Earlier I had a video uploaded this morning, and for some reason it did not go live at 12 o'clock. So I think it just went live like maybe an hour ago. So if you're here from that, it was supposed to it's supposed to have delivered a little bit earlier, but it just did not. I don't know what happened. It got stuck on 97% upload. But we are getting ready to jump straight into opening up some of these boxes. Got several in the queue. I think we're up to maybe like 25 boxes, 20, maybe closer to 30 boxes at this point. There will be a total of 50 boxes opened up if they get sold through at the rate that they've been selling. I think that they will. But if you bought in now, just know that you've probably got over an hour to wait, maybe closer to 2 hours, because there are a few other things kind of trickled in there. But we're going to get started right into it. We've got TERASTAL Festival, and the very first person up is Kevin. And I did see where you picked up another box, Kevin, later on. And I got your note. He wants to keep all the reverse, so typically we'll just keep the Master Ball reverse out of this set. Since some of them they looks pretty cool, and a few people asked about it. If you did ask about it, then I'll keep your regular reverse, but we're not going to keep that as the default. There's only a few in the set. There's like maybe 3 total on average per box. Now, Mimic Brew, if you're listening, I did listen to your advice, but I just didn't heed it altogether. Because I actually had several people say that they still did not want them. All right, first hit, we have an Ursaluna. Right, that's what it is, Ursaluna. We got Charizard lurking in here. Martial Law, Ghost. What's up, guys? No, we haven't seen you in a while, man. What is this one? Dragapult, maybe? Hopefully it's not like an ancient type and I'm just messing it up. Luda says, I was so confused. You uploaded a video an hour ago, thought it was live. No, I got back because we had to go to the Billy Graham library today, and so I realized it didn't upload when I went to just see how many views there were about 2 o'clock, and I tried to explain to my mom how to get it done, and she did her best, but we couldn't get it. Programmers, what's up, man? Gifted 5 TCA Gaming memberships. Let's see who got it. So we got 2 mods that picked it up. Got Zard Lurking and Martial Law, and then Yim, Liege, Robamon. Man, you've won a few things. Tobias Invaler. All of you guys picked up a free TCA Gaming membership, and it was from Programmers. Ooh, got a Master Ball. You get roughly one of those every other box. Palafin, is that a Palafin? I think we'd established that. And this is probably your SAR for the box, but again, you can always hit a God box. Last stream, we went 0 for 40, and then we hit a God box on the giveaway. So we'll put those 2 right there. But thanks again, Programmers. I mean, that's awesome. You're always jumping in here. Giving away stuff. There's a Roaring Moon EX. Pokédex said Law with the no membership. Wow. he let it go. He was like Elsa. Noe Gordon, member for 29 months. Again, it's good to see you, man. You probably had a few of those messages built up. What's up, Rusty? Can't believe it's been over 2 years. I know, dude. You still rocking the turbocharger van? Martial Law said, haha, I did the Charizard membership for a while. The Charizard membership is no joke, dude. That's like $24.99, probably plus tax. And then, of course, they take like 50% or 40% of it. And then there's a Walking Wake. What's up, Captain Chuck? Pokédex said, dang, the Iron Valiant. I don't know what all is super good out of these. I opened up a fresh, I've got, what you guys can see them. Well, what my hat and hoodie's sitting on is like just stacks of stuff from Retro. I opened up a fresh box of 40 for this live stream. We did 40 last live stream, and I had some others that were kind of lying around. Because I had started to rip into some to have fun with it, I haven't hit a God pack yet. I gave my daughter a box earlier for her birthday, and she didn't hit a God pack, but she did hit the Moonbreon. She was actually asking about, hey, is this Umbreon worth anything? But it was the regular. I was like, no, but if you see one with the moon behind it, that's worth a little bit. And then I showed her like the reverse hollow Master Balls. Like if you have one that has almost like the Mickey ears, you know, that's going to be worth a little bit more. And she had the Master Ball and the Moonbryon in a single pack. So we're going to submit those off to be graded. It'll be her first ever grading submission. Ludo says, I've been watching your old videos, educating myself. Oh yeah, let me get all these out for him because he wanted all of these. I know there's at least one more. I don't think there was any more after that. There might have been there. Yeah. Man, some of my old videos might be a little outdated though. Like, don't go buy a special delivery Pikachu for $300. I got that one wrong. No, he said that's Colin who has it. His parents mostly drive it now. I'm probably going to get that like confused with you forever. Maybe I won't now that I've said something, but next time I'll be like, hey man, you still got that van? But that little thing was pretty cool. All right, next up we have got Christian. You actually had 2 boxes. He's keeping all the bulk. We'll do your Shiny Treasure EX box first, and then we'll do the TERASTAL Festival. Pokédeck, 28 months. Not bad. Looks like Noe's got you beat by a month. Martial Law, thanks for the super chat, man. He put the worm in there for the Worm Gang. Got anybody in here left with the Worm Gang? Should be starting up streaming again. Snorlax says, hey Rusty, what's the easiest way to tell what card is in the sealed WotC WB promos? Have a few, but can't seem to move it enough to see the card. Hesitant to opening it. You should be able to move it just enough to be able to see it. Sometimes they are really tight and you can't tell, but you're going to push the insert up and the card down. Make sure you utilize all of the inside space of the plastic. I've only ran across it a few times where I couldn't see. Usually you can see enough to where you can figure out if it's the error version with like the gold lettering missing or anything like that. I've just never hit it myself. In the wild anyways. I've seen one. I've seen a few sets sealed. Nice shiny Galarian Tauros. Ludo said, I had no idea about the blue/black dot Charmeleon from base set. Yeah, there's a lot of little ones like that are just random ink dots that you can find repeated. Some of them get designations, but most of them don't. Zard Lurking says, your daughter has way better luck than I do. That's awesome. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. And the centering on it looks pretty good too. Yeah, if you can't wiggle the card up to where you can at least tell if it's purple, yellow, or white, you're not going to be able to tell what it is. Last week we hit, was it two Moonbryons? I think one, or might hit 3. I think we hit one in the God Pack. We hit at least one in like just opening up stuff. And then we might hit another one. There's the Wailord. I know we hit, I think we hit all of the evolutions except for, I want to say Jolteon. Or that's the Paldean Clodsire, isn't it? I think I got that wrong. I always get it wrong. Another baby shiny, got the Natu. We'll breeze back over your hits. I don't know why all of a sudden I got something in my throat. It's your main hit right there. I feel like if I was a smoker, man, my voice would be like super hoarse. Get a little bit of water. So Pika Jack says, just picked up a War Turtle Evolution box error. Have you ever pulled one? So I have not pulled one before. Oh, hopefully that worked. But no, I have not pulled one before. I want to pull one so bad. I've never even seen one pulled. Somebody supposedly said that it was recorded somewhere, but I've never seen the video. So if any of you guys on here have seen the video of where somebody pulled an Arrow War Turtle out of a base set pack, I would like to see that. Ghost, member for 28 months. 28 Club. Happy holidays, everybody. Nice. Another Master Ball. Is that the Aggie Slash? Aggie Slash. So far, 2 for 2 on the Master Ball. There's a nice looking Jolteon. Got an Iron Hands. I saw where there's several people already with PSA 10s back of the Umbreon. That's so crazy. People got them things flipped so fast. Terapagos. I don't really collect or play anymore, says Noe. But during a tournament, I traded some cards for a Gengar and a Mimikyu Alt-Art from Sun and Moon Team Up. Always love that set. Well, they're worth some money now. Washington. Thank you, Rusty, for the mail. Should get my pack Friday. Ooh, I don't think we pulled that one. What? It's a double. It's an SR and an SAR in one pack. That's pretty cool. I don't remember seeing this one. And I don't really know what it is either. I don't know who the dude is either. But it's kind of cool that both of them came in the same pack. That's pretty neat. All right, Christian. Let's see if we can get you a God pack. Still got a few packs to go. Ghost said Royalty is breaking a base set 2 box tonight. We should raid him later. You guys remind me, and yeah, we'll do that. Base set 2, man, it's pretty cheap compared to base set, especially right now. It's like half the price. And base set 2, I mean, it's got the Charizard, the Blastoise, the Venusaurs. But it's still got Zapdos. It's got a lot of decent jungle cards in there. That doesn't have the fossil. Alright, so that was your main hits right there. Your SAR, and you got an SR, and then you also got a Master Ball. So I guess like the worst you could do on a Terastal Festival box is no Master Ball and no SR. But the SAR has seemingly been guaranteed every single box. Alright, next we have... Who is next? Alright, we have Justin. And check this out. We got a giveaway for box number 3. So, I haven't decided how we're going to do it yet. So maybe you should stay active in chat. Alright, we're going to open up Justin's first 2 boxes, and then we'll open up the 3rd box and give it away. So what happened here was Justin, he had bought some 151 packs from me on eBay, and man, his pulls, they were terrible. He put a picture of them in there, but he left positive feedback. He's been here in the stream before. I guess he gets it. And I didn't say anything. I just sent him some packs, but I guess he saw that I sent a few packs out. And he said that he wanted to pay it forward. So he ended up buying you guys a box just to have. I told him he didn't have to do that, but he said he just wanted to. So that's what he did. All right, got a Roaring Moon. Next one. Got a Glaceon. Go say, which is funny because if you pull the Charizard and it grades well, it can be pretty pricey. Yeah, it's come down a bit, but it's lower pop than the base set one, but it's also graded way less. But it's got that nice Cosmos foil. Yeah, the fact you just said that. There's a mask. So he says, hopefully me. Snorlax says super generous. Yeah, it was. Because these boxes, they're about $20 more expensive than last week. Well, For some of you, 25, and then for others, I guess 15, because they went 65 for the first 20, then 75 for the next 20, and then I put them at 90 for this week. Which I was going off of Football Pete's pricing there. Japan, man, they keep going in and out of stock of this stuff so fast. Ooh, nice. Roaring Moon EX, that's a good one. No, the giveaway box won't be till the last one. Scallywag said, positivity leading to more positivity. Yeah, I like it. Oh, nice. And the Eevee Master Ball. Man, we are 3 for 3 on the Master Balls tonight. That's a good one. Boom. Tom says, thought on Sunbreon. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if it's ever going to edge out the Moonbreon, but unless it already is and I'm just not aware. Christopher Ondo says, wow, that's one of my faves. There's a Terapagos. Alright, so there was box number 1. Let's do box number 2. Ludo says, hi Justin, give away a Japanese base set, thanks. That's a what, 9 times the price? Cade says, I work in a Pokemon shop. Just sold one of the non-holo Charizards from Legendary Collection. It's the only version of that Zard that's non-holo. You've got a few reverse holos. I mean, I guess technically you have a non-holo version with the Jumbo Koro. It's the only Zard that I know of that has 0 10s. It's one that's mainstream. Anyways, I'm sure there's some random one out there that's just it doesn't have a 10 in it. Although I don't know if the scratch one. I mean, that's still kind of like a really niche type thing, but the Jumbo Koro, that's a print of the base of the Japanese base set Charizard that's non-holo. Can you imagine getting a theme deck back in the day? Had the base set Zard in it. I thought the Classic Collection was going to have a non-holo Zard in it. Oh, Umbreon Master Ball. Man. Dude, we've hit a Master Ball in every box so far. Dude, that right there, last I checked, that was a pretty expensive card. Washington Eevee Master Ball is a top 10 hit. Well, that's awesome. Then I imagine Umbreon still has to be up there. I know when it first come out, it was up there with the Moonbreon. Noe says, did you see Rye shaved his head some time ago? I just so happened to do the same today, rocking the rusty hairstyle. No, I haven't. I have not seen that. Yeah, he had long hair for a while. It's hard to imagine him without the swoosh. Justin Freeman says, let's go. Yeah, man. Definitely hit it big on that one. Kate says, that's the big chase. Ooh, and a Sylveon. Dude, this is a good box. Wow. Dude, you hit the Roaring Moon, the Sylveon, Umbreon, and an Eevee. Watch his giveaway box have a God Pack. Snorlax said, wow, that generosity is paying it forward for sure. Washington top hit right now is the Umbreon Master Ball. So you hit the #1 hit. That's fantastic. So I'm going to put this stuff in there. And then we're going to do the giveaway box, in which I'm going to activate that here in a second. Great boxes. So we got a Nightbot. All right. So for this one, I'm not going to do a keyword. Channel members and moderators, I'm going to give a little bit of a boost. Moderators, I think, should get some kind of reward, right? I didn't realize I could boost them. I'm going to turn on unique winners, and then I'm going to do active users. I'm not going to tell you for how long. All right, there we go. All right, so it's fully active now, or it should be. And we're going to start this giveaway. Whew. All right. Win for Mod. If Wes Bragg is in here, maybe he'll win one. All right, so we got a Sylveon. That's hit number 1. Ludo says, how much would a Team Rocket pack be, non-first edition? I think I'm out of the heavies, but I've got some graded light ones on eBay, or I might only have a few left. I've got some more that I've sent off, but I want to say I sold them for like $250 or something like that for the 9s. But the 10s I was selling for almost $500. Spade Cadet says, how does the giveaway work? So this one is just going to be based off of activity, but you don't want to spam it out. It's not going to give you more entries. Just try to be active in the chat. Zard says, dang, I went to the store for a bit. You missed some good hits. There's an Espeon. Maybe Wes will win and he's not even here. We've had that happen to somebody, didn't we? All right, so we got a Cobalion, right? Or Iron Valiant, is that what that is? I can't even remember. Yeah, welcome back, Pokédeck. I wonder if this is going to be the first box without a Master Ball. All right, last pack. Can we have some last pack magic? Do. Roaring Moon. All right, so we didn't get an Evolution SAR, but let's go ahead and run the giveaway. Winner, Captain Chuck. And this is all thanks to Justin. Man, I tell you, if there was a box you wanted to give away out of the 3, that would have been the one. So I'm going to write your name on this. All you got to do is send me an email, man. You won, and I'll get it delivered out to you. Even if you're in Canada right now. I'm assuming that the strike hasn't ended yet. There you go, dude. Got you some hits. All right. Let me get back over here to the chat. Thanks again, Justin. Justin, definitely appreciate that. All right, so we have... Next up, we have Donnie. Check this out. 10 boxes, no bulk. I've got 2 of the big packs for all of his hits. Pretty nuts. I think last week he bought in pretty big too. So... Moore says it ended today. Snorlax says, I think their strike is over tomorrow. Well, great. Maybe I can start shipping with the post office again. That would be nice. I don't mind shipping with UPS. They're not that much more expensive and they're pretty fast. But I have to ship it in like a 10 by 8 by 6 box because it requires like 3 custom forms. Now, if I ship through EIS, then eBay takes care of all that, and I don't have to do it. Cap Chuck says, I'm in Louisiana. All right, you're the opposite direction. You're south. Ooh, man, a second Sylveon for the night. All right, Donnie. Let's see what kind of hits we can get to you, man. Ghost said 10. Yeah, he bought 10. Caveman, I bought a nice drum symbol off eBay from Canada back at the beginning of December, and it still ain't coming. Well, maybe it'll ship now. Justin said, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you, Justin. And definitely appreciate your kindness. You did not have to do that. But I'm glad that you picked up that Umbreon. Pokédex says, better stretch those hands. 10 boxes is crazy. I need to stretch my eyelids. That's what I need to do. I was up pretty early this morning trying to get stuff done. I did drink like 3 cups of sweet tea, a little bit of Sundrop. So I'm hoping that keeps me up pretty good. My hands, I can't even remember a time that they've gotten tired from opening up packs. Shuckle Juice. Hey Russell, this is David with DGS Grading. Just want to say thank you for the video. Also regarding your grading question, corners weigh a lot heavier in terms of damage on our grading scale. So if you guys watched the video, I had a recycle card that was graded a 10. What's cool about DSG grading is that you can scan the little code on the backside. It's like a QR code, and it'll show you how they graded the card. So both cards were like the same on the front, and like there was no damage. Centering on the front and the back was the same for the recycle, and the other card that I was comparing, I think it was a War Turtle from 151, and but the recycle had 2 markdowns, just one little nicks. It was 2 ones in the bottom right corner, but both of them were edges. And then on the War Turtle had the same thing, except the top left had 1 on the edge, 1 on the corner. But one graded 9.5, one graded 10. And so, dang, another Master Ball. Look at that. So I had assumed that that was saying that the edges were weighted a little bit heavier because one graded 9.5, the other graded 10. Otherwise, why would there be any difference in the grade? And so Shuckle Juice right here from DSG, he's confirming that. He's saying that the corners weigh a lot heavier in terms of damage on our grading scale. Now, that's good to know. That way, if you go to send something in, if you see a dot on the corner versus a dot in the middle of the edge, it's going to be a whole lot less likely, I would think, to get that 10 than the one that has the dot on the edge. But I think the fact that you guys do show everything with every card, even bulk, that's pretty cool. I did get those cards up for sale today, so I'm going to see how they do on eBay. I priced them pretty similar to what everything else is in on the market. I was surprised on... One of them was more expensive than I thought. It was a Sabrina's Gengar, man. There's like nothing for that card in Japanese listed low. Ooh, he hit a God Pack. Oh, man. Here we go. What we got? Got the Vaporeon. I don't even know what that is. Don't know who that guy is. Or that one. Got a Glaceon. Eevee and the Flareon. Oh, man. Bam. Here, let me set those right there. Man, we're hitting it pretty good tonight. We didn't get one of these in the last video. And now we just hit a God Pack. That's awesome, dude. Alright, Donnie. Maybe you'll get another one, too. Snorlax says, my Fun School Snorlax card has been stuck in... Oh, there goes the chat. In Canada since November. Well, sorry, man. Hopefully it gets pushed through now. Captain Chuck says, I got 20 151 packs. Rusty, you can throw them in there. Thanks for the giveaway. Sweet. That'll make it real easy to ship to Louisiana. I'll try to remember in the morning too. Isaac said, are you not a big coffee guy? No, I'm not. I don't feel like making that. I'm sure it's fine. I tasted some black coffee before. I think my dad had some with a lot of sugar. It wasn't really my thing. Piggy Jack sweet tea and donuts. No donuts today. Ooh, you got an SR in the box as well. I did have a Mighty Meaty pizza for lunch and for supper right before this because there was like leftovers. So I picked up a regular pizza too. I don't think I've had much sweets today. I do like the monster drinks. What have we got here? Chuckle Juice. We have a page dedicated to our grading scale on our website under grading scale. I need to do some more exploring of the website as well. There's Sylveon. Zard Lurking said their grading scale and grading notes seemed very accurate. I was surprised. I don't know if you guys saw it. Like when I was going through, I was like, hey, I see a white dot here. It was almost always picked up in the notes. And you get an SAR for the box too. So you got an SR, an SAR, a Master Ball, and a God Pack. That's a box, dude. All right. I'm going to skip all the wows and all that stuff. We're on to box number 3. I thought I was going to go through these fast. This has been some wild pack openings. Pokédex says Pokeballs or Master. So those were just regular Pokeballs for the Demigod pack. I just stuck them in the hits anyway since they all come out of the God pack. Colorless Trainer from Black and White era. Is it? Ooh, Roaring Moon. Man, I've seen the second one of these. Getting some good hits, dude. What's up, First Tomu? We're going to get a gold. Got the gold Pikachu. All right, dude. That's a good looking card. I picked up 20 of these off of a guy for 65 a piece. I told him I wanted some that were minty, good, well-centered ones from a guy in Japan. He's still trying to source them, though. Ghost said, so that's called a demigod pack. There's a true god pack where you hit all the evolutions in one pack. So we haven't done that yet. If we do that, that's going to be sweet. Zard Lurking, Sweet Tea and Pop-Tart seems like Rusty's go-to. Sweet Tea and, man, another Master Ball. These are hitting way better than 50% tonight. Toaster Strudels. I used to do Pop-Tarts, but Toaster Strudels, man, they're a little messy, but that's what I do. That and I like waffles because you can eat like 4 of those at a time. Pokédex, I'm actively eating Christmas cookies and milk. I could do that. Ludo says Monster Pizza is what got me through late uni classes. So what's a uni class? Pizza for sure. You gotta have pizza. Chuckle Juice says our grading scale is hybrid. The grader authenticates a card and locates the damage and severity on the card. The grader then inputs this information into our system. The grade is then calculated. Yeah, they all seem pretty accurate. I think the biggest challenge for DSG is going to be like getting into the market, because I don't even know. Like, I think I saw you guys had a registry, and that seemed pretty cool. Like, you want to have something like that, but PSA, CGC, BGS, they're just so recognizable at this point. They control so much of the market. Like, it's going to be hard to get your foot in there, but if you can, prove to the people that you do get in, that you do, one, add worth to their card, but you also have a good product, then over time you might be able to organically grow, but it's going to take some time. Maybe you're smacking the mic. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Shook it up. First Tomu, Justin, we saw it last night. Love the surfing cheesehead. That's the first one I pulled. I really like it. I think that's a pretty decent card. Maybe I wanted to buy them because I didn't have any of them. Snorlax says, what's going on tonight? All of these boxes are juiced. Dude, I hope so. Some of these come from like the same lot of ones that my daughter pulled the Moonbryon from, in which we saw last week. There seemed to be some batching. Like, we just saw 2 Roaring Moons, saw 2 Sylveons. Maybe we'll see like 3 demigod packs. What is that? I don't think I've seen this one. Wait, yeah, we did see this one last week. This is one of the Dragapults, right? Is that what it is, or is it Lucario? I think it's Dragapult. I can't even tell. All right, Jackson says, TCA Gaming, do you sell singles from the XY era? I don't. If I had any singles from that era, they're going to be with Pokemon Wonder at this point. PokemonWonder.com. He sells on TCG Player, he sells on eBay, and he also sells on his website. Pokédex says that card is insanely rare. We pulled the Eevee God Pack last night. Nuts. So is the Eevee God Pack the one with all the evolutions? Pika Jack says, Rusty getting fancy on us with the toaster strudel. Man, once you strudel, you can't unstrudel. Ludo says, University. Oh. I'm over here thinking like Unicarp, which, University Magikarp. I didn't really struggle in college. I had it set up to where I had my classes loaded on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then I'd usually have like one online class. So I'd have like 12 hours full. So I'd have 4 2-hour classes, or 1.5 hours would be 90 minutes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'd have usually one elective for like an hour, and then I'd have one online class for like, that would count for 3 hours. Another Master Ball. Wow. And that was because I loaded up my first 2 years with like 18 hours each, and I come in with a few credits too. So I was it was pretty easy. The last 2 years, I didn't have any classes on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, and I always had the weekends as well. So I was just going to school 2 days a week. It made it way easy for me to do stuff. Just had 2 tough days. All right, I think we're on this should be box number 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is box number 5. We'll have 5 more left after this. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious what the strategy is to break in. It's all speculative valuing to begin with, so you have to convince collectors somehow. But they've been around for a little bit. You just got to prove your worth. I think if you stick around and you consistently show that you have something, you get big cards and you show that you increase the value as well of the cards. That's the big thing. Like, most people grade, they're not grade. Some do grade for their personal collection, but a lot of people just, I would say the majority of grading is just so that you can add value to the card, flip it quickly, add liquidity to it. Like, I just sent off a bunch of Mew EXs, SVP 053, and I sent some to PSA, sent some to CGC. I want the CGC Pristine because that has the highest value of the two, but the PSA 10 is a lot easier, and if I can get the PSA 10, it's still going to increase the value a whole lot. But if I get the regular CGC 10, I'm still adding a little bit of value, and then even at the 9 and 9.5, you're still getting some value, if not break even. You got to prove that with the company. Like, if I can send stuff to DSG and I can still get good value, even at like those 9 grades, and have a decent bump in the 10 grade, that's where it really starts to make sense to send cards to a company. First Tomo, I think it's a great artwork. I think we're still talking about that Pikachu, right? Ghost said, I've seen less of those gold Pikachus pulled than the SIR. Yeah, that's the first one I pulled. And I've opened up, I think I opened up 40 boxes for myself. Maybe it was just 20. We opened up 40 last week, 50 this week. So it's been, after this week, it should be over 100 boxes. Zard Lurking said, Toaster Strudel was what I was thinking of. I haven't had one since I was a kid. I prefer cherry or raspberry frosted. Nice. Got the Eevee. Heck yeah, dude. My wife really likes the strawberry, and I'm good with strawberry. I think I like the apple. I like the blueberry too. I'm not really a cherry guy. First Tomo, are you saying one of the only ones you've gotten so far is the Pikachu? The gold Pika? Snorlax said, Toaster Strudel on a cold winter morning is a core memory of my childhood. When I was a kid, I was Pop-Tarts. I would get Pop-Tarts warmed up, and then I would get a glass of milk. Between that, bread balls, and just cereal, or, nothing. All right, so let me put all these hits here in the first one for the first half. That's a pretty good first 5 boxes, dude. Still got 5 more, Donnie. Ludo says I had a tough 3.5. I had 3.5 tough years engineering. Hey, 3.5 years, that ain't bad. I think the average time it took people to graduate at NC State was 5.7 years when I was coming through. Pika Jack says, did you hear what happened to Ace grading? Crazy. So I saw a thumbnail from Rattle. Something about they were broken into and the submissions were stolen. But that's about as far as I got. Which, that sounds like a nightmare for both sides. Which really sucks. I don't know how much was stolen, but by the look of Randolph's face, didn't look good. So first Tomo says no to the Dracopult. The Dracopult. Okay. So that's the one that you hit. With it was the Pika. Gotcha. Pokedax says, what is the bread ball? LOL, other than a ball of bread. That's what it is, man. When you don't have anything for breakfast and you don't feel like just eating a flat piece of bread. Because I think when I was a kid, I didn't want the crust. You know, it's just the burnt part, right? But I would smash it up real flat and I'd eat it like that. I was like, well, I don't feel like doing that, so I'm gonna just ball it all up, and there it is. Now I come to like the crust, and I actually like it in the bread ball itself. And now I eat. It's kind of my favorite part, especially on like a grilled cheese. Just like that's where the texture is, you know. Ooh, we've pulled the Jolteon now. Nice. Dang, we're doing really good with the evolutions tonight. We pulled a lot of masks on last Tuesday. Zard Lurking said, I was a weird kid. Another Master Ball. I never heated my Pop-Tarts. Eat straight from the pack. Well, I could do that too, but if I had time, yeah, I would put it into the toaster. But I could eat them cold too. Same thing with ravioli. If I had time, I'd heat it up. It was great. But if I didn't have time, like I was just eating it out of the can. Now a hot dog, I gotta warm up a hot dog. I don't like a cold hot dog. Cade B, NC State has a killer engineering program. Yeah, that's pretty much what everybody goes there for. They got engineers for all kinds of engineers. Next box. My brother went there for engineering. I think he was a mechanical engineer. I think that's what he was. I can't remember what his actual degree was. I went there for secondary math education. I was just going to be a high school math teacher. Snorlax said, I was mistaken. I've seen a few Reddit posts that said it was all the cards. I'm keeping up too many conversations. I don't forget what you're talking about. Chris Rondo said he would eat one cold and one warm. That seems a little strange. Maybe you're eating the cold one because you couldn't wait, and the warm one was while you wait. Cade says North Carolina is crazy how many quality universities it has per capita. Dude, there are a ton here. Another Master Ball. Can we keep this up with the Master Balls? You got Carolina, Duke, Wake Forest, NC State. You've got Charlotte, Greensboro, Western Carolina, Eastern Carolina, Asheville, Wilmington. I mean, there's one right up the road from us, Lenore Ryan. There's a bunch of universities here. There's a lot of college schools as well. I don't know how common that is in other places. But It's funny you should mention that, Kate, because my wife was just talking about that. I want to say yesterday. First time I like making a cold cut sandwich, letting it sit in the sandwich bag cold for a couple hours. Everything kind of binds together, and it's just better. I don't make many sandwiches anymore. I don't really keep deli meat, but I do like it. Peanut butter works for me because I can get Wonder Bread. It'll last for 3 months if I need it to. Peanut butter pretty much lasts forever. It just might get a little bit of oil, kind of binding together. And it tastes the same. I don't have to microwave any of it. I don't have to refrigerate it. I can just let it sit on a shelf and then I can go for it. Got the Iron Valiant again. Right, this is Iron. I think this was the Iron Valiant. I think I messed up the Cobra line before that. Because Iron Valiant is basically a Gardevoir, Gallade, Ancient combo or something like that, or Future combo. Picky Jack, bread balls to Pop-Tarts to glazed donuts to toaster strudel. What a come up. Yeah, you ain't lying. Matitude, bologna is the same thing as a hot dog. I like hot dogs better. But see, I like all beef or all Angus beef ballpark. There it is. That's the one. I mean, if you're gonna spend 50 cents on a hot dog, might as well spend 50 cents on a hot dog. Bologna, I used to eat it if it was really well fried, but I didn't like it when it wasn't. Tomu never had time to heat them up. First time I was a cold s'mores Pop-Tart kid. Now the s'mores Pop-Tarts, those do hit pretty good. I could eat those cold. I could eat the brown sugar ones cold. I know that might sound weird, like a weird Pop-Tart to get, but those are pretty good. Pokedac, what is the best Pop-Tart flavor and why is it brown sugar cinnamon? Well, look at that brown sugar. I don't like the cinnamon. I don't even know if I've had the cinnamon one. Picked up a gold. There we go. Is this the Iron Leaves? The Virizion? Second gold of the night. Ludo says, I remember you talking about being a teacher, then open a store. Yeah, I was a teacher. Well, I mean, I never actually taught. I did student teaching. That was fun. I mean, I did good at it. But I got my license. I was fully licensed. And during the summer off, I took that time to see if I could do this full time. And I found out I could. So I just never used my license. I didn't open up a store until 2012. I graduated, or I didn't open a store until 2016. I graduated in 2012. SMPL Hobbies. Rusty, how much were the TF boxes tonight? They were 90. So if they're sold out, then we've got 50 boxes in total that we're going to be opening tonight. We're on box 14 right now, maybe. Boom. So many Master Balls. I agree. We've got to hit a streak here where we don't get any, but maybe not. Cade says, I grew up right next to Wake. Was more of a Duke fan, though, growing up. Nah, dude, I was a Carolina fan. I went to State. Was a fan of Carolina. So I was hated by State. But really, I didn't like Duke. I didn't realize how much NC State does not like Carolina. In fact, it's a part of like their chant. It's kind of nuts. There was an awakening there for me. Ludo says, funny how every stream we end up talking about food. Man, it's like natural. Like food's going to come out, right? We're a bunch of 20, 30, maybe 40-year-old dudes here. Maybe some girls put in there, a few teenagers and people older, but most of us probably going to be 20 and 40, so we're all hungry. Is that a mesh ball? This is our third Eevee, dude. Boom. First Tomu. Deli meat sandwiches are my go-to. They were for me in high school because I like to battle Yu-Gi-Oh! I like to duel during lunchtime. So I would always pack it was either ham and cheese or just be plain cheese sandwich. And, that was easy. Like I could eat that on the floor while I battled, while I dueled in front of the office. Zard lurking 10 boxes equals money money. These boxes are hitting pretty good. They definitely are. What is up, African veteran? First Tomu said Guardian Gallade had a mech baby. Pokemaniac. Question, Rusty. What's your take on the early Scarlet and Violet sets sealed Rising? Well, I mean, I think it's just natural. I mean, for one, yeah, the MSRP really isn't a real thing, but it was a real thing in that my prices as somebody who's buying from distribution was like $15 higher for Scarlet and Violet boxes. So even though the floor seemed like it was the same because it came in at the tail end of Sword Shield when we were getting boxes for $15 lower, like it's been overdue for a rise. Because really, I can't even make money if you just sell a booster box on eBay for say Scarlet and Violet base set, and you're just a typical person buying from distribution, say less than 100 boxes or so. I mean, you're probably not going to make money unless you can sell that box for $125, and even then, you're getting close to break even. Like it had no business being down around $85. That's just crazy. Yeah, the set had gotten so bad you could buy it from distribution for like $80 for a while there, but it was too low. I think it's overdue. Right now, I can't stop selling packs. I'm selling so many packs through eBay. First Tomu, if you're going to spend $50 on a hot dog, you might as well spend $50 on a hot dog. Yeah, I guess it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but in my head, it kind of does. Because I know what I'm saying. Snorlax Heaven says fried bologna sandwiches are awesome. Zard lurking, I don't know what it is, but I love cinnamon flavored anything as an adult. I'm not big on cinnamon. First Tomu, you would have been the coolest teacher. Dude, when I was the student teacher, we had games every single day. I had lecture for like 20 minutes, and then we made some kind of game out of it. I brought toy guns, like the Nerf guns to school, because as long as the teacher brought it, it was fine. I remember arm wrestling one of the students. I'm trying to think what I did. Oh, I made my head touch the ceiling. So we were in one of those trailer things, and so it didn't have the drop ceiling, so I didn't have to worry about that. So I was like, you guys want to see me hit my head on the ceiling? And then I gave them a task to do. I'm like, you get this done, everybody's done, then I'll do it. And then I did it because they didn't think I could. I probably would have got myself into trouble eventually. I had to break up a fight, man, between these two girls. Now, we're not supposed to, especially as student teachers, but it's like, how do you not step in between two students who are getting ready to like throw down? To me, I think you got to think about the other kids there too. It ended up working out. I was fine. I got everybody out, and they started going back at it again. I ended up having to shut the door. Pokedac, they all hate each other. LOL, can't wear the wrong color blue at Walmart out there. Cade B, yes, State and Carolina got beef. For Duke and UNC, it's just mainly the basketball rivalry. But you got to admit, that's a pretty big rivalry. That's like one of the biggest in all sports. Rusty, how do you feel about Belichick head coaching North Carolina football? So the only reason I even know that we have a new head coach, because I don't follow anything sports anymore, is because I saw it on a restaurant when we were out of town this past week. And it's like, he was an NFL coach or something, or basically he wasn't a state. I think he was saying that he was a pro coach, and now he's coming back down to like state college. But from what I hear, he's good, but I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. Captain Chuck says, yeah, I'm 40. See, there we go. I'm 34. African Veteran says, nice Eevee. That's like our third, fourth. First homer said, I used to love mayonnaise and cheese sandwiches. Dude, man, if you put mayonnaise on any sandwich, I'm giving it back. Like, I don't trust places that list mayonnaise as one of their, like, standard ingredients for a Philly cheesesteak. Like, that might be what they do in Philly, but I don't like it on there. And most places around here don't have that. I just like some just meat, cheese, green peppers are fine, but they got to be diced if they're going that way. Green peppers, if you don't dice them, they don't taste the same. They just kind of mess up. They're in the way. Mayonnaise, man, I can't do mayonnaise. Ludo's is going to get some Pop-Tarts. Ooh, Glaceon. See, if we just keep talking about food, maybe we'll keep having pulls like this. Haven't got the Moonbreon yet, Ludo's, but maybe we're working on it. Justin Freeman says, what's your go-to candy? Mine is hot tamales. I typically don't go for anything spicy for candy. I mean, there's a lot of candies that I like. My wife has a whole drawer full of candies that she constantly restocks. And there's other sweets and snacks, but we had a bunch of candy from Halloween, and there was so much of it we were going to give some of it back to the church. And I was like, wait, give me all the Snickers. So I had a bag of Snickers that I kept above the refrigerator. So that was one. I like Snickers, Reese's Cups, Kit Kats, like any chocolate bar like that. I mean, I can get down with that. Although I don't like Almond Joy. No, what my wife texted me. Uh-oh, they're out eating. Well, if they end up listening to this, love you guys. All right, Zard Lurking. Rusty, in your personal opinion, what Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet booster box would you recommend to invest in? For Sword and Shield? I think Brilliant Stars is still a pretty decent deal. Lost Origins is still a pretty decent deal. I like the ones towards the end of Sword and Shield. Yeah, towards the end of Sword and Shield, because they've got that higher pull rate. It just makes them more fun to open. And the prices really aren't that crazy. All right, Donnie, we're going to go back through your big hits again from these last 5 boxes. You did pretty good, dude. No Moonbreon this time, but you got several of the other ons. For Scarlet and Violet, this might sound crazy because there should be a reprint, but Surging Sparks is a pretty nice set. I personally probably, I mean, if I had to buy one, I mean, Obsidian Flames is still really cheap for, there's a lot of fun, and there's a Charizard in there. But I don't know, I think time will tell. The only one that I'm investing in pretty heavy is 151. And there's no box for that, so. All right, Benjamin is next. He bought a Japanese 151 box, no bulk. And then Ryan, you're after this. You've got 5 of the Terrestrial Festival boxes. First Tomo, exactly my point. Rusty would have been the coolest teacher. Maybe. As long as I could teach you guys. As long as people learn. Steve is it. I kicked my height once and won a Toblerone. What's a Toblerone? Pretty cool you kicked your height. I almost hit my head on the backboard today when I was jumping up. I'm pretty sure I can when I'm pretty loose, but I was doing something else. All right off the bat, got an Ivysaur. Kate says, oh, it's the biggest and the best or the least for basketball. Or at least for basketball. I had a basketball game last night. We lost. It's the first time I played with this team. Like it was our 3rd game, but it's the first year I've ever played with them. We're starting to gel, but it hasn't been too great so far. 0-3. We are 0-3. Which the first game I had like 10 points. Second game I had like 14. Last game I probably had closer to 30, but it didn't matter. We were missing the offense on the other side. It just overwhelmed us. Zard Lurking said, Rusty would be a really chill teacher. Especially nowadays, you need a teacher who can be patient and help people that are struggling. Most teachers are so hands-off. See, the most impactful teachers for me in high school were ones that were hands-on. People that literally invited me to their house and put me to work. I realize that can be like an area where you can get into trouble, but you know, if you're just not stupid and you treat people like people and not do things you're not supposed to, like, I think teachers are in a position where they can really make a difference in kids' lives. There was one kid, I remember his name, Parrish. That was his name. He was on the basketball team. His grades were really bad. I mean, you could tell he wasn't getting the math. But stayed after school one day. We played basketball, and we learned math. And it really seemed to connect with him. He put in a lot more drive to get a better grade. I think it's easy to connect with some people. Other kids, you just gotta. I mean, you can tell that they listen to the parents, so you gotta talk to their parents. And I can't say that I learned a ton because I was only student teaching for a semester, which my student teaching was a little bit different. Most of them have like the actual teacher sitting in there, and that you start out with one class, two classes, then you kind of like escalate, and you only do full time for about 2 weeks. My teacher was like, "No, I ain't doing that. Like, I've got stuff to do," and that's not the real teaching experience. So from day one, he threw me in there, all the classes, and he was out. Like, he didn't stay in there. Like, his evaluations happened after school. There's your master ball. Got the muck. So that was a unique experience, I think, for me, because I got to pretty much be their full-time teacher for a semester. And this was before, like, you were required to do a whole semester or whatever it was for student teaching. This is when it was just half of the time. There's the SR. Got the Kangaskhan. But there were several kids that I remember. There was Hernandez. Jose Hernandez. Yeah, I think that was his name. And there's like 50 of them because I tried looking them up. I couldn't ever find them on Facebook. There was a kid Bailey. He's the one I arm wrestled. There's a couple girls that I connected with, but for the most part, I tried to keep my distance there. It was more so them getting in trouble with their parents. We'll put it that way because they wouldn't stop chatting it up. But I agree. I think most teachers are hands off, but they're not getting paid much, and they've got a lot of workload to do. And they probably have lives of their own as well. I can't even imagine trying to go back to like a regular 9-to-5 job. Like today, my day was so split up. Tomorrow, my day is going to be completely split up. It's almost like a different world. Cade B says he's the best NFL coach of all time, arguably. Wow. And I don't even know who he is. African Veteran says, I was supposed to supervise kids on lunch. And we were too harsh, apparently, so we got kicked out by the teacher. Or I used to supervise. So, I don't know what you did. He seconds Snickers, though, so we're on the same page. Pokedax says, my wife says you eat like an 8-year-old boy. I absolutely do. I agree. Breakfast this morning. Lunch and supper. It was pizza. Who wouldn't want that? You're getting your grain, you're getting your fruit, you're getting lots of meat, you're getting your dairy. Pizza's a good way to go. Oh, I had a bowl of cereal this morning too. I forgot because I got up pretty early. I had a bowl of honeycomb. Man, Pops used to be so much better. I don't know what they did, but they took away the glaze that's on the outside that give it that little crisp. Now you just stick them in milk and they get soggy. It's like, you don't want the Pops once they get soggy. I know it's a first world problem, but come on. Give us our glaze back. Have 9 hits in this one. Had all 9 hits. All right, Benjamin. No huge hit for your SR. We had some pretty decent regular ARs. Pika Jack says, I would munch grape Uncrustables as a kid. See, I never liked peanut butter and jelly. And I still don't. Like, I prefer just a peanut butter sandwich. But I've come to be okay with a peanut butter and jelly if I have to. All right. Ryan. 5 TERASTAL Festival boxes. Let's jump into it. Cade B. Evo Skies is steep in terms of quantity, but that one is going to be the grail of this past 5 to 10 years along with Tag Team. Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's just so hard, you know. It's got really bad pull rates. It's kind of like Deoxys, man. It's like you almost have no chance of getting the card that you want. And it's so expensive. But if you get it, man, you get it. I just sold 2 cases. The guy hasn't paid yet. I think he's going to. It's just a lot of money. They went for almost $1,000 a box on the case. There was like $5,900 and $5,800. Here's our first mask of the night. KB, what was your player efficiency rating? If you're asking me, man, I don't even know what that means. Got a master ball. Probably has something to do with my stats. I got a lot of rebounds. I probably had a decent amount of assists. But I played every minute except the last 2 minutes. So, if it's divided by the number of minutes, I don't know what that comes to. SMPL hobbies, did you get your allocations for Prismatic yet? I did get allocations. I put in for more. I haven't been told if I'm going to get more yet. But my allocations looked okay. It was about, typically what I get. African Veteran says you got to do the milk first and pour a little bit of cereal at a time for it to not get soggy. Nah, dude, for my cereal, especially cereal that floats, you put it into the bowl and then you kind of like cup your hand over the most of it because you know it's going to try to rise, and then you pour the milk into there, and then once you're done pouring, you lift your hand and at least it comes straight up and it's not like falling all off the side, because you can't get with so much honeycomb and pops and that kind of stuff in the bowl because this is just going to rise to the top of the milk. But you can always push it back down in there. Pokedax says French Toast Crunch is my favorite cereal. I do like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but French Toast Crunch, I don't know if I've tried that. Golden Grams is pretty good. Cade B says I work in film as my main gig and people inhale Uncrustables on set. It's crazy. My son likes Uncrustables. All right. Box 1 down. All right, Ryan. Box 2 coming. Lambuki, 2 cases of what? So I had 2 cases of Evolving Skies that just come through consignment. He hasn't paid yet. They ended on Sunday. One went for 59, one went for 58. Both went to the same guy. Zard Lurking, you're definitely right, Rusty. My daughter is in 1st grade. They teach about 30% higher level than the average public school. She is learning things a grade higher than what I did as a kid. Yeah, my daughter, she's in 3rd, and right now, like we're going into, she's doing multiplication, but she's also doing some division. She's doing square roots, and we're about halfway through. And this is homeschool stuff, but she's like flying through the lessons like it's nothing. And then they learn some of the same stuff again, like it's reiterated, but then they're starting to go into algebra, you know, in fourth grade, which is crazy because I don't remember learning algebra until like sixth, maybe it was fifth grade. I could have swore it was like sixth or seventh, maybe even a little bit, you know, still learning into high school, or at least that's when they started calling it algebra. Zard lurking. 2, but the teachers are encouraged not to be hands-on anymore. They just shove worksheets at them and expect them to learn. So now parents are having to be the teachers. It's been really hard. Ooh, there's the Moonbryon. Bam. It's kind of crazy to think though that this is number 2 to the Master Ball. Way to go, Ryan. You still got 3 boxes left too. Yeah, a lot of homeschool has been worksheets, but we try to go over the stuff. Like, I check every problem that I give them, make sure that I figure out, you know, hey, if this is what you got wrong, do you know why? And if you don't, we go over it. It's been nice relearning some of the stuff. Isaac Primes, head to the grocery store. Don't go there too hungry, man. You might pick up a whole lot more than just toaster strudels and Pop-Tarts or cereal. Good night, Pokey Dak. Thanks for coming in here, dude. Good to see you. African veteran said, I started algebra in 8th or 9th. Yeah, I was thinking that sounded right, but over here thinking that my daughter is doing it now already. It's a big difference, you know. Got another Master Ball. Programmers, thanks for the membership, man. Let's see who got it. Steve-O. Steve-O, if you're listening, you are now a member. Courtesy of Programmers. You probably the majority of members on here from Programmers, at least at the beginning level anyways, the Charmander level. All right, box number 3 for Ryan. I'm going to keep water on my throat. What's up, Wes? Good to see you in here, dude. Lose one mod, gain another. We pulled pretty good stuff tonight. I don't think we pulled a Leafeon or an Espeon. We've done Eevee. We've got a Flareon. We might not have gotten Vaporeon, but we have gotten Jolteon. Gotten the Moonbryon. Got Sylveon. Glaceon. Am I forgetting any? What do we have here? There's the Flareon. Nice. Still hitting good. Boom. 2 for 3 on the evolutions. So I saw that Asmongold had put out a video about Rudy's video about them banning Kaladesh. That was that set come out when I had a store. It was pretty popular back then. It's crazy to think that they just ban an entire set. Wow. Especially one that's so old. Then I heard something else about unbanning certain cards, and sounds like there's Magic the Gathering. They're on a roll. Cade B says, pulled the Flareon myself, sent off the PSA this morning. Love Japanese cards because it's almost a guaranteed TID. Yeah, they are. I sent a few off to CGC that I thought had a chance at pristine. Then all the middle ones I sent, I think, the PSA for like the higher end. And then the majority of like anything that was like less than $10 or I didn't think would get the 10 with PSA, I went ahead and sent to CGC. Next box. Ryan said, let's go. Good to see you in here, dude. Still got 2 more boxes to go, so who knows what you might pull. Man, this box is... I keep shoving packs in it, but it is getting full. African veteran said they didn't ban the set. They just renamed the plane of Kaladesh. Rudy's being dramatic to pump his bags. Well, I hate to hear that then. If that's what happened. African said, yeah, the modern unbans were kind of wild. Zard said, these packs don't get old. I feel like I'm still seeing new things after every box. Yeah, we've had a few pulls already tonight that we haven't had so far. Wes Bragg is saying that nobody even asked WotC to ban this set. They paid a company to tell them what to ban. Yeah, that does seem crazy. Ryan said, first time Donnie got me too. I guess he's talking about the Moonbryon. Donnie, he did pretty good. He got a God Pack. He didn't get a Moonbryon. See if he can. You still got one more box after this one too. You still got 2 SARs to come. Unless you get a God Pack. Ooh, Glaceon. Nice. Bam, 3 for 4 on the evolutions. Got a Master Ball. Master Ball Frostlass, is that right? See if we can keep getting them for you. Iron Valiant. All right, one more box for you. Let me see who's next. Michael, you're next. He's actually got some Chilling Rain and Hidden Fates. And then we'll be right back to TERASTAL Festival. That Fire and Ice combo. Fire, Ice, and Darkness. Umbreon. Here we go. There's the regular Frostlass. Zard lurking. Rusty, has any of your kids been interested in vintage or WotC? Vintage / WotC or strictly modern? Well, I haven't. They might be if I gave them some of that stuff, but I can easily hand them a pack of Pokemon Go when I need some boxes made for shipping or, you know, something like that. It's not so easy to hand them a jungle pack, if you know what I mean. We'll put the regular Umbreon Reverse Holo right there. It's not the Master Ball, but who doesn't want an Umbreon? African Veteran said, do you still have any Magic the Gathering boxes from that era? I don't. I think I've got a few Dominaria boxes, which isn't that old, but I'd pick some of them up. Ironically, because I was listening to Rudy and he said something about the angels in the set are like really nice. So let me just buy a few, just see what happens. Finishing with a mask. Start with a mask, finish with a mask. West Bragg, this set is a Festivus for the rest of us. I like it. My kids opened up something vintage earlier. Like this past week, they were looking at some of the toys that were up in the rafters, and they were like, "Hey, can we play with that?" And I let them play with some other stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Next thing I know, I didn't look and see what they got into, and I could hear like stuff being opened up, and I had a set of 2-pack blisters for I can't remember the other set that was with it, but Evolving Skies was in one side, and there was some other set in the other, and there was like a Pikachu little toy, and another one might have been an Eevee toy, but I had the matching blister set. They were like ripping into that stuff, and like, wow, what was going on here? And my daughter, Emma, she had actually gotten down an old tech deck, and the old tech deck was a Pokemon one, and she just ripped it open, and she was playing with it. I'm just like, no, I wanted you to pick up the toys that were already open. You could play with them. But you know, they've got a good eye, so, and they're actually having fun with something that was meant to have fun with, you know, kids, instead of just sitting on a shelf forever. Didn't have to be like a Toy Story tragedy. The toys that were forgotten. Look how dark that pack is. That's one of the holographic packs. Whew. My eyes are feeling it. All right, here we go. Chilling Rain. Got 30 Chilling Rain, 10 Hidden Fates. All right, Zard said, I meant singles too, or might be too young to understand what vintage is, but yeah, too expensive to give out WotC packs. So they actually, so my desk, I set this up right when I made this place back in 2019. Tops were like super cheap, but I had a bunch of complete Series 1 sets. Like back then, the complete mint Series 1 was like 20 bucks. So I had a bunch of those, and I laid them out like side by side. So my desk, there's like 3 complete Top Series 1 sets where the cards are just interlocking, and it's got glass that sit on top of it. So anytime they come up to my desk, I'm like, oh, what's that Pokemon? What's that Pokemon? And because my daughter's playing Switch, she kind of identifies some of them. I bet one day they would like to have some of those Topps cards, just because they're always asking about those more so than anything else, and they see them. Westbrack said, old Seinfeld joke. Well, I never watched that much. Sorry if I didn't get it the right way. Richie said, hi, Rusty. I'm an old-time viewer. Making my way back. Just recently got into Pokemon after a few years. Like 2018. Yeah, that's a good little ways back, but the fact that, you know, you've been in and out. 2018, that predates a lot of people who are already here now. Paldean Fates is the set that got me back. I love the shinies. Hope you have been well. Paldean Fates is a good high-class set. It just recently saw a spike because, you know, I think distribution kind of ran out. And really, if they go back and print a high-class set, I wouldn't think it'd be that Paldean Fates, but if they do, it'll definitely get bought up. But good to see you. Thanks for the words, and let me know who you are. I think I remember you, Richie L. If this is the same Richie L. that. Have you been around for quite a while? Man, I don't know if many of you remember, but you used to be able to send messages on YouTube, like personal messages. I used to do that with the SMG quest all the time. Kids did the darndest things, yeah. I agree. Ludo says Chilling Pain is back. It is back. I've only got a few of these packs left, and then I am completely out of Chilling Rain. So far, no hits. Captain Chuck Bro had an April O'Neil mint in box. My granddaughter opened it. I told the wife she got an expensive toy. I don't even know what that is, but I feel for you. Philip said that's what we did as kids. Ripped them open to play with them. I don't even remember Pokemon Tech Decks, but I know what it looks like in sealed and packaged. Cade BC said Bubble Mew spiked as well. It's like 600 in PSA 10. ZNG made a post about that, didn't he? It does look nice. I mean, if you ever get a hit. This is like nothing. I mean, you've had a few hollows, but that's it. Get us Zapdos, Sandaconda. I need to get the sleeves back around this side. Yeah, Got a few of them there. Captain Chuck, Ninja Turtles from the 80s. I never watched Ninja Turtles. That wasn't my thing. Got a Shadow Rider, Calyrex VMAX. It's kind of weird. Like, you go 20 packs, no hits, and you get back-to-back hits. Anthony says, used to be so easy to send messages, then impossible to find, then just non-existing. Yeah, they just did away with it altogether. Put that over there. West Bragg, Rusty, you know what the tech deck looks like open now? Though, thanks to the youngins. Actually, I don't. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, I got you. Sorry. I wasn't connecting the dots. I was thinking too much into that. It was like I couldn't fuss with them because they were being quiet and they were having fun with it. But I did have to make sure when he was opening up the Evolving Skies that it wasn't a Moonbryon, because that's the one that my son had, and you know he's the shove it in the pocket age right now. West Bragg said, Rusty, you know what's the... Oh, sorry. I already read that one. There's a Volcanion V. Got 3 regular Vs and 1 full art. I'm surprised how much of a big comeback Ninja Turtles have made in the last 5 to 10 years. We do a Tweetsy Railroad up this way. They usually have a day up there. The regular Blissey V. Tuned in late. Did I miss any big pulls? So we got both the Master Ball and the Moonbryon. The Master Ball, Umbreon, and the Moonbryon. Had 1 God Pack, or a Demigod Pack. Hopefully we get one of those like Mega God Packs. Captain Chuck, is because we're trying to collect old toys from youth. It's a Viper. Alright, last Chilling Rain pack. Five hits from 30 packs. That's probably about right for Chilling Rain, but because they all suck, we'll throw in 5 packs. Maybe we'll get a little something extra out of there. I don't have a whole lot of these left. Sandaconda VMAX. At least we get your ratio up to 2 per, 10 with that. Captain Chuck, I have the set mint in box minus April now. Yeah, I don't know much about it. Ooh, got a gold Bronzong. Looks pretty good, condition-wise. Last pack. All right, nothing there. We've got the 10 Hidden Fates coming up, though. Maybe we can get the SV49. Pack number 2. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX. Got a baby shiny Malamar. Is the SV49, the Charizard, still the big hit from this set? I wouldn't think that anything would surpass it. I mean, Umbreon's good. Greninja was a big card, but it's never close. I don't think anything was really ever close to the Charizard in the set, if I'm thinking right. Got a Wigglytuff. There's only a few rainbow rares. I know you can get the Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno in a rainbow rare, which look pretty nice. 2 packs to go. Got a baby shiny Swablu. So far, no full art shiny GX. Hopefully in this last pack. Pikachu on the front. Dud in the middle. Alright, Michael, let me go over your hits. Yeah, Swablu, Wigglytuff, Malamar, Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno. Then there were your 7 hits from the Chilling Rain. I don't think I've pulled that Bronzong in a long time. Alright. Richie says, so it seems like the evolutions are some of the biggest chase hits in these modern sets. Well, definitely in this one. And definitely in evolutions. Or of evolutions. Evolving Skies, not evolutions. But yeah. Kevin, Terrestrial Festival, and he wants to keep all reverse hollows. This is the first guy, I believe. But like, Pikachu was the big chase in this past set. Surging Sparks. I can't even remember what it was for Stellar Crown. For Twilight Masquerade, it was Greninja. For Temporal, it was the Raging Bolt and the Walking Wake and whatever the other one was. Gouging Fire. I think that's right. Oh, was there a reverse in that one? No, I missed it. Before that, you had Paradox Rift. Can't even remember what the hit was in that one. Obsidian Flames was probably a Charizard. Paldea Evolved. I think it's actually the Magikarp, isn't it? That bad boy is pretty expensive, and that's not even the full art one. Ooh, nice. Got a gold. Got a gold Terrapagos. Scarlet and Violet, I want to say it was Gardevoir. Then you go back to, if you do some of these middle sets, you had like Shrouded Fable, Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates was the Bubble Mew, right? Or was, no, the Bubble Mew was, yeah, I think it was that one. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even remember what it was for Shrouded Fable. Gengar was for Fusion Strike. You had Lugia V. I don't know, there haven't been too many evolutions. This set's definitely going to have a lot of evolution hits. And then Evolving Skies, that was a big one. Glaceon and Sylveon come out in sets as well. There's the Sunbreon. Rusty, have you ever thought of putting some free use tubes on the background while you open packs? What is that? What does that mean? Oh, tunes. I've done some of those, but they still try to copyright strike you, man. And then, like, anytime I have to go change my my descriptions, and I didn't put whatever I needed to in the description, I don't know. It's just annoying. Like the only reason I don't use that intro that DNA made, because I think that thing's really cool. I started getting copyright strikes for it, and all that stuff was supposed to be free use. Like, I could fight it, but I just didn't like fighting it every time. Master Ball. Well, I need to check, make sure there wasn't any other reverse hollows in there. So you got a Master Ball Abra, got a gold, and you got an SAR. There we go. Yeah, pull them all out. Justin said, I saw the Ralts art rare from Scarlet and Violet base increase a bit. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if some of that stuff goes up, especially the English ones. I mean, they're quite a bit harder to grade. On the Japanese side, it's like almost a guaranteed 10. Cosplay Rusty, have you heard, or Zard lurking? Yeah, that sucks. I love your intro. Yeah, he made it. I thought he did a great job with that thing. Plus, it gave like a few minutes for people to get in here. Cosper, Rusty, have you heard from your distributor about how your prismatic allotment will be? So I got my typical allocation, and I put in a very quick early request for quite a bit more. I doubt I'll get more. From what I hear, some people got cut pretty hard, but you never know. Maybe they'll see the request for more and they can get in some big numbers. Westbragg says, that's messed up. I've heard other people say similar, though. Yeah, I think anytime you have something of yours that's put into another person's video, you have the ability to like try to hit it with a copyright strike, and you don't have to do those checks. It's like it would be easy for me to copyright strike a lot of people who have used like segments of my video. They could get it removed, but it's like it's annoying, and I'm sure some of them just wouldn't do it. So they might not know how, or it would take time. Let me get these back on the screen. Zard said, yeah, I wonder what Rev never had problems with his intro, maybe paid out to have it. Well, he probably has people to take care of it. Like when I had any issues before, I just let DNA know, and he would take care of it. Like, it was real simple. Crazy enough, like, when he was doing my video editing, he probably had, that was probably when I had the most videos being pumped out. You can probably do it real simple now. Because like before, I was doing like 1 or 2 videos a week, and then I started getting up to like 3, 4, 5, you know, something like that. Which, crazy enough, there was a time when I think I went like 2 years where I had a video every single day. But it was just mainly because so many people were requesting heavy packs just to be open for them. Like they'd buy like a heavy jungle and be like, hey, open it up on the channel, and then they'd have me grade the cards for them. All right, there's box number 1. Let's try box number 2. See if we can get an evolution for Peter. That's back when heavy packs were cheap. Yeah, they were. You could get some heavy packs for 50 bucks or less. Nice. We've got the second gold Pikachu of the night. The gold cards are coming out a little bit easier. I think that's our 3rd gold. Dude, the Crystal Charizard, I'll never get to do that again. That was the very last heavy Skyridge pack. I believe somebody paid $3K for that thing. And it had the Zard. Turned that sucker around. And he ended up grading it. It got a 10. I was really privileged to get to open up so many of those heavy packs for other people. I think from those heavy packs, we ended up pulling like Gengar, Vaporeon, a Gyarados. We pulled the Charizard, the Crystal Charizard. I want to say it was a Crystal Golem. Maybe it was a Crystal Nidoking. There was another Crystal too that we pulled. Master Ball, and can't even remember his name. But we got him. Boom. And the Master Ball. So you got the Master Ball, the gold, and the SAR in that second box. Didn't get the evolution, but it's still pretty good. KB, you pulled a Shining Gyarados recently, right? Yes. That was actually from a pack that was they didn't want the blister because it had like a tear in it. So I ended up opening it up. we pulled 2 hollows. We got, I can't even remember. I think one was maybe a Skarmory, and then we pulled a Shining Gyarados. It was a 3-pack. We still haven't got to the orders that were bought after the stream started, but we're getting close. All right, the next order is for Trevor. He picked up 3 boxes. He's keeping all the bulk, so each box will go in its own bag. All right, here's box number 1. Let me pull those off so it's not too blinding. Justin says, I remember Crystal Kabutops as well. Yeah, that sounds right. We got to open up Japanese base set boxes. Open up a Neo Genesis Japanese box. Open up like 20 base set boxes. I mean, it was crazy. Tons of heavy, Expedition heavies. Expedition Japanese. Master Ball and Eevee right off the bat. Pack number 1. Way to go, Trevor. Well, I guess pack number 10. It was the very last pack. Ryan says, just bought 10 more boxes. Did I make the cut for tonight's live? Yeah, if you bought them, like if they were on the website and you bought them, you're going to make the cut for tonight. There was 50 total boxes that were being offered. And since we're not having a live next week because it's Christmas Eve, and then after that it's New Year's Eve, we're probably going to just take off the next 2 weeks. I went ahead and offered a few extra just in case you guys did want to run it all the way to 50 boxes. That's awesome, man. 10 boxes. Westbrag said, y'all know dude that didn't want it was flipping out when Rusty opening it, and then Rusty opening it happened. A lot of that stuff was consigned too at times from people like Spection. Like he would constantly load me down with boxes. We'd negotiate a little bit, like on the percent cut, and just sell them out. It'd take a while, but eventually they would. Zard Lurking says, I remember back in the day, and a gold too. Check that out. Terrapagos. Rusty, when you'd put up unweighed first edition jungle packs, you would open up and do pre-recorded video. Yep, I bought two packs and got a hollow Kangaskhan. Did you ever grade it? Yeah, pre-recorded videos, like that was my go-to back then. Box number 1, I would call that a success. Ludo says, I only get vintage from you. Looking forward to what's coming next year. We'll have to see. Vintage has been really stalled out for these live videos. I mean, we haven't opened up much of anything at all. Like right now, I've got heavy gym challenge. I mean, I understand the black triangles and the fossil red logos. Nobody not wanting those. But I was surprised that nobody wanted Jungle Unlimited or Gym Challenge First Edition or Japanese base set. Like, we haven't opened up any of those. Because we used to sell a lot. And that's the only reason I haven't opened up one of my extra base set boxes. Well, that's one of the reasons. The other reason is they're going up, and the only boxes I have left are minty. Westbreck says, Eevee Master Ball. Master Ball is awesome. Yeah, dude, we pulled that one earlier. Mint Charizard, I still enjoy watching those heavy pack openings from those pre-recorded videos. Man, there's a bunch of them. I need to go back and like rename them all based off of whatever the hit was. I realized it ruined the video for somebody watching it, but at the same time, it'd be nice to be able to find it because sometimes I go to search for these things and I just can't find them. Ludo says, oh, I want them, but for now I prefer quantity over rarity for my pack collection. Yeah, I mean, it's like when you're collecting something, we have not seen this one. What is this? I don't even know who this is. Is this a Palafin evolution? Because it kind of looks like a dolphin in the face. Like when you're collecting, you're supposed to buy like the most rare card first or whatever, and then kind of work your way down, because you can always get the common stuff because it's more common. But it feels so much better when you just buy like the majority of like the really small stuff. You get 90% of the set knocked out, and then now all you have to do is worry about the big things. It's like the opposite of what you're supposed to do, but it feels so much better having like your binder or your collection or whatever your goal is mostly knocked out, so you can focus on those few things. I guess you could compare that to like the Dave Ramsey debt stuff, like the snowball, paying off stuff and feeling good about what you paid off. All right, box number 2. This one pulled an SAR that we haven't pulled yet, so that was kind of cool. Zard Lurking said, yeah, I got a PSA 8 because of some silvering on the edges, but it looked clean. I cracked it, sent it back, and got a PSA 9. Isn't it funny how you can do that? Let me get a sip of Gatorade. It's crazy that we haven't pulled one of those Palafins yet. Although, it took us, what, like 240 boxes to get through the entire high-class VMAX Climax set. And we had several God packs. It took a God pack to get us that. I want to say it was Opal and Nessa. I think those were the 2 that we needed. And then we gave away the master set, so that was fun. Sylveon. Next up, got a Raging Bolt, and I don't know his name. Glove Guy. Blocky Glove Guy. Look at them eyes and nose. He's a blockhead. Ludo's exactly, if you look at the back, black and white, for example, Plasma Storm, art set is around 1K Canadian, but Neo Yowza. Well, Plasma Storm, man. I think I shared a picture on my Instagram, probably in the past year or 2, where I had bought a bunch of black and white blisters. It was Plasma Storm, Dragons Exalted, Boundaries Crossed. My average cost, I want to say, was between $1 and $2 per blister, because nobody wanted it. And you could buy those big lots and just, turn around and sell them slowly over time. Art sets for like 15 bucks. Ooh, Vaporeon. There you go. There's a good one. Big hit there. President Donald John Trump said his name is Shinzo Abe. Who's that? Talking about Palafin? African Veteran says 1K for 4 packs of Plasma Storm is crazy. But I mean, I've seen a Neo Genesis box in auction, 36 bucks. So I mean, there were times for all of this stuff when nobody wanted it. You don't see much of that now. Now, when I bought my first base set box, that was $100. I think the cheapest boxes you could find, somebody had bought some Jungle Booster boxes. I think they picked up 7 boxes for $140, so they were 20 bucks a piece. Like, that was the best deal I'd heard of since like I had first started selling. All right, Trevor. Nice last box hit there with the Vaporeon. All right, who's next? We have Michael Picked up 3 TERASTAL Festival boxes. Here we go. Box number 1. This is like one of those sets where like you could just break packs all day long, and every time you pull one of these evolutions, you're gonna have fun. But because it's gonna happen often enough, like you're gonna stay excited. Mint Charizard. Did you ever get the Charizard graded from the first edition box you opened on camera? Yes, it pulled a 7. Dragon Vault art set is 1K USD. And Dragon Vault, that's like a 21 card set. The Kyurem is the secret rare. It's like, man, definitely worth it. You want to keep those sealed. Ludo says Legendary Collection is close to 9K Canadian, which that's probably, ooh, nice. Got a Jolteon Master Ball. That's probably a pretty good deal because, I mean, if you're gonna have to pay what, $17.50 a pack, like on average for a pack from a booster box. Ooh, Vaporeon, dang, back-to-back SARs in the same pack, and then the Jolteon Master Ball the previous pack. Way to go, Michael! Boom. Like, I don't know what 9K Canadian works out to, but it's probably about that, you know. African Veteran says absolutely wild for Dragon Vault to be worth that much. I agree. Like, there's nothing there, but I mean, it's just the rarity of the product itself. Kind of like Elite Trainers. So, like, if you're trying to open packs, you might as well just go buy the packs. Ellis says I got a team up box back in August. How much do you think it's going to keep going up in value? I guess as long as Latios is going up, right? And the other tag teams. I wouldn't. To me, I wouldn't see it being as high as it is. All right, box number 2 for Michael. African says I still have Dragon Vault Rayquaza that I pulled. Nice and messy over here. Terapagos. Ludo says the thing is I don't trust much people with that much money. I'm gonna look at your shop, Gemmett, SM Pratt, and Rev. There's other good places out there. Like I buy from Z&G, Probstein. I do some from PSA Vault. There's other places I buy from too. Fanatics. I'm buying a little bit less right now. Trying to focus on selling some. Ooh, Glaceon Master Ball. Dude, you got a Jolteon and a Glaceon Master Ball. That's what I'm saying. That's what's up. Ellis, I'm trying to collect all the sealed Sun and Moon boxes. And you get a Palafin. Our second Palafin tonight. Crazy how they keep going up so fast, but not a lot of them out there for some sets. I sold out all mine when we bought the house, but can't say too much there. I sold them before they saw their real increase in value. African Veteran says, I mean, as an obscure eBay seller, I buy from other obscure eBay sellers. Yeah, you just got to make sure you're protected. Ludo's, but you can verify I don't have the same level of knowledge. Well, the good thing is eBay has pretty good protection, and they go through the verification process with most things. that are over, what, 200 bucks? Well, it can be, technically it can be between 200 and 250 if the original price was over 250. So it gets the advertisement as being authenticated. So if they send you an offer and it's less than 250, it still goes through authentication. It's kind of weird how it can work out like that, but still, anything like super expensive is going to go through authentication. But if it's sealed, which I assume, you know, that's probably going to be more of what you're buying from, yeah, that can be tough. There are some good sellers out there that aren't well known for sealed, but there's a lot of sketchy ones too. Got some pink-haired lady. I don't know you. I know Brock, Misty, Ash. I could probably tell you who Lily is. Maybe Hex Maniac. N. Professor Elm. Professor Oak. Maybe even Sycamore. Man, I thought you were going to go 3 for 3. I guess you still could. You got some packs left. Parisian. And there's a regular Umbreon. Give it away now. 2 more. This is our 3rd Iron Valiant for tonight. Still think that's a pretty good pull there. Last pack, Raging Bolt. All right, here are your main hits. Got a nice Vaporeon. That first box, I would say, is definitely the best one. All right, so I'm going to go check out the orders that have been put in. I think Ryan said he put in for 10 boxes, so we got at least 10 boxes lined up. And we'll go from there. I'm going to do them in order. Let this page refresh. Okay. All right, so George, you are next. Let's see what you picked up. So George picked up 2 TERASTAL Festival boxes. Oh, look at this. He picked up some Labyrinth of Nightmare. I was wondering if anybody's ever going to do that. I had several people reach out like, hey, could you ship them sealed? And I'm like, no, I don't really want to ship them sealed, because I don't really feel like opening the box if it's not going to be open live. Like, I'd rather just keep them for myself. But if I can have fun opening them, you know, I'll put it out there just to give some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Okay, so 2 TERASTAL Festival and 4 Labyrinth of Nightmare. The box still is yet to be opened. Got that there. 2 TERASTAL Festival boxes. So we'll continue with the TERASTAL Festival, and then we'll do the Labyrinth of Nightmare. If I can get the chat back up. There we go. So this will be for George. African says, oh, come on, surely you know all the female sidekicks from the anime. It might sound crazy, but I never really watched the anime. So, like that pink-haired lady, I don't know who that was. I could probably tell you Skyla is. Skyla, just because she had a card in Breakpoint, she had a card in one of the black and white sets that was pretty good. She had some other cards as well. Nessa, she had a full art card. Master Ball, who we got here? Is that Duraludon? Ludo says, I might be letting go of my Pokemon game collection Have the full set with mini sealed 30 to 40K. Am I dreaming? I don't know enough about it to say whether or not it is too high or not. Anthony says LON. Heck yeah. Yeah, Labyrinth of Nightmare is one of my favorite sets. And it was one that, as far as, I don't think it was reprinted like LOB, Metal Raiders, and all the other sets were. So the Unlimited, they hold better value. I would think they hold better value anyways, since they don't have those reprints. Dang, look at that. Moonbryon. Second one of the night. Way to go, George. Everybody's telling you good luck, man. And you got it. Misty, May, Dawn, Iris, Serena. I think I've heard of May, but I don't think she has a card, does she? I'm not so sure about Dawn either. Like if it doesn't have a card, I probably don't know who they are. Like I know who Lysander is because of Flashfire. Pokemon Center lady. I would just call her Nurse Joy. If you want to know where I got these packs from, go check out Retro Specs on Instagram. He just lowered his prices on boxes as well. If you can order at least 20 of them, and he'll ship them to you. It's going to be a lot better than my prices because I got to factor in other things. Ooh, and the Flareon. But he did just lower his prices, so that's awesome. Although, I think he might be pretty limited on how many you can order. Or it might have to put it off for a little bit. What's up, FDB? Is that a Master Ball? No. Got the Gouging Fire. George had some pretty good hits right here. He pulled the Flareon and the Umbreon. Seeing if he can go 2 for 2 on a Master Ball as well. Got the Umbreon regular reverse. Wasn't the Master, but if I see an Umbreon reverse, I'll pull it out. That would have been cool if you got them in the same box, though. The Umbreon Master Ball and the Moonbryon. I wonder if you could get the Master Ball, the Moonbryon, and then an Eevee God Pack all in the same. And a Pikachu Gold. Wouldn't that'd be like the ultimate box. I don't know if it's possible, but I think it is, right? So I think that was a really good 2 boxes. And let's do your Labyrinth of Nightmare as well. So we'll break open the box. What about it's your boy Guzma? Oh yeah, I remember Guzma because he was a pretty good trainer too. Programmers with the gifted membership. Thank you again, dude. We got Rigo Rockstar. You are now a member thanks to Programmers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if anybody buys more packs, we'll just keep taking from the left side straight down. There's not any artwork, so. Always so generous, Programmers. Alright, we're going to see some Labyrinth of Nightmare opened up. This will be fun. Ludo, should I make videos every time I add an art set to my collection to show authenticity? Should help when it's time to let it go. Yeah, and it could be cool to show your journey. Like, what I started my YouTube video on is just me buying stuff. Like, it was really rudimentary, but it eventually turned into something. Is the Japanese 151 box worth its value-wise? Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. The Unfriendly Amazon, Swordsman of Landstar, Bait Doll, The Forgiven Maiden. All right, so how many cards down was that? So we got 5 cards off the back. Or 4 cards off the back. It's the 5th one off the back. Spirit of the Breeze. So there's your rare. Supply used to be... Was that a short printed one? Programmers, that was from my wife. Well, tell her I said hello and thank you. And I'll keep saying programmers instead of the revelation of what your name actually is. I appreciate the super chat, man. Pack number 2 for Labyrinth of Nightmare. West Bragg, he seconds it. He says, Ludos, it's always good to make vid of that stuff like that. Plus, we get to see it and enjoy it too. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless these are... No, I don't think it would be a super rare right there. Alright, so Cyclone, Headless Knight, Lady Panther. Got the Cure Mermaid. I used to play that one. Offerings to the Doomed. It's a nice quick play to have just in case something comes up. Tornado Bird. Another regular rare. One, 2, 3, and 4. Come on, I want to see like a Labyrinth of Night. It'd be nice to see a Gemini Elf. That was one that I had the video today. Flame Dancer. Saint Joan. Spirit of the Flames. Oh. This is one of my favorite cards. Torrential Tribute. Oh, dude, that thing is centered pretty good too. I picked up one of these in first edition PSA 10 not too long ago. Oh, Torrential Tribute. That is awesome, dude. Man, that is bad back centering. What happened? The front looks pretty good, but dang, you flip it over to the back. All chances of 10 kind of went out the window with that. But dude, that's a really nostalgic hit right there with the Torrential Tribute. It sounds really powerful. It's not as powerful as you might like. I ended up not using this as much as I thought I would, but still a really, really fun card. I remember pulling that one from a CVS blister back in the day. That and Premature Burial. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it really off center? Because then you might notice another ultra rare back there. Ibuku Drakmord. My brother used to run that one. Bait Doll, The Forgiven Maiden, Mask of Weakness, Spirit Message A for the final Destiny board. Man, you hit pretty good, George. You hit Moonbryon, you got a Flareon, and you got a Torrential Tribute. I think your packs were hitting off on all cylinders. That is a regular sleeve. That's not what I want. Some of the big ones. There we go. Matitude. I remember that card. My buddy used it in his deck. I made some old decks recently. I had like the 21st anniversary stuff. And then I ordered some other cards that I used to like Torrential Tribute, Slate Warrior, Harpy's Feather Duster, ones that weren't reprinted. Oh, I got to put your name on it before I forget. Hold the Torrential Tribute. Nice. There still should be one other ultra rare, possibly a secret rare. Well, no, there should be 2 more ultra rares in the box. A secret rare, and then, 6? Yeah, 6 super rares. All right, let me, I'll have to go back and capture that one later. All right, we have Jabrayan. He picked up 1 Terrestrial Festival box. No bulk. Can we get back-to-back Moonbryons? I hope so. We're going to find out. Good thing about these, none of these boxes are like, well, they could be from the same cases, but they're all coming from boxes of 40 loose boxes. So like even if there is some kind of like seeded odds, they could be shuffled anyways. And having the demigod packs and the full god packs seeded in here randomly, that's pretty sweet too. Nice little bonus. Was that George or George? Is Rusty just lying? So I think I've asked him before, and we went with George, not Jorge, because it was just straight JRGE. As long as this is the same one. If it's not, then yeah, I might have messed it up. FDB says, you guys hear about the ace grading heist? Thoughts? So we talked about it briefly earlier, but all I really know is the face that I saw from Rattle's thumbnail. So if you guys know more about it and want to talk about it, ask me questions. You got to give me a little bit of input, then I can kind of like base off the input and talk about it. Matitude, I pulled a first edition Genzo back then. Dang, man. Genzo? I still have it and consider grading it, but has a small crease in it. Probably wouldn't get anything better than 6 or 7, but it's worth more raw. First edition Genzo. That was a pretty big pull. That'd be like pulling, I don't know. Let's go with like, because Pharaoh Servant was a pretty big set. Maybe like a Team Rocket. Maybe like a Dark Dragonite or Dark Raichu from Dark Dragon. Yeah, I'd say like a Dark Raichu from Team Rocket. TV and sleep. My order was 70.75. Did my order by chance go through? I'll check it real quick. Well, I'll do it right after Jabran right here. What was that last? That's 70. So we went from 72, 73, 76. So let me check 74 and 70. That one I would think would be in here. Oh, it's a mask. 74 and 75. We haven't hit too many of these masks tonight, but we have hit a few. That's probably like the 5th one, maybe total. But I'll check and make sure that it either it did or it didn't. If it did go through, then we'll open it up. Okay, so 774 and 775 did go through. I don't know why it didn't refresh show them before, because I'm showing the processing before and after. Yours is now on hold, but when I look at it, it shows that they have been processed. So I'm going to do 7074 and then I'll do 775. So yeah, those did go through. I don't know why it's saying that the payments are on hold, but when I look at the payment itself, it shows that they are there. So you should be good. So we'll go ahead and do those. Sometimes they'll say pending and they won't show up until they get to the processing. I don't know why that would be for yours when the payment does show that it went through. But so Charles actually picked up 151, no bulk. All right, so we'll do that one next, and then 775, you'll be after that one. It was probably just some kind of like authorization thing that had to be passed. But thank you for saying something. 3, 6, 9, 10, 3, 6, 8. Because 2 orders were skipped. Well, not really skipped. They just hadn't showed up in the list yet. But if you hadn't said something when you did, it would have been, I would have went through all the orders and then refreshed it, and then it would have popped up there. And I might have been a little confused, like, why are those in the middle of the other orders? Zard Lurking says, Rusty, will this be the last live till the new year? Yes, it will. The next 2 weeks we will be off. Because it will be Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Ethan, you're the best person to ask. I have a PSA 10 gray stamped Onyx. How would be the best way to maximize profit on it? Honestly, put a price on eBay and let it sit. Or best offer on it. There's a chance you could find a bidding war for somebody, but because it's so niche, I don't think you're going to get that. If you could find that right person who wants the gray stamp version of that card, when there's no other gray stamp versions available, that's going to be the best way to maximize it out. But you're going to have patience if that's what you're wanting to do. Now, if you have other moves that you can make in the market, sometimes maximizing it is liquidating something that's not very liquid and then using those funds to run and flip into other items. Wishbrag, I'm going to bet the new Team Rocket set that's supposed to be coming out soon will cause some craziness in the community. Would it surprise you or would it surprise me? African Veteran says, good night. Good night, man. Good night. Thanks for sticking around for so long. FDB says, basically a bunch of cards got stolen in what looks like a targeted attack. Ooh, nice looking War Turtle. Insurance is offering refunds, but by the look of the comments, those refund offerings seem quite low. I imagine it has to do with the fact that it's going to be based off the raw cards if they haven't been graded yet. Which, that's tough. Especially if they sit in modern cards that haven't been like fleshed out yet. Got a Jinx and a Fighting Energy. Captain Chuck, I see you in here. This is his order. Captain Chuck says you could throw that giveaway in there too, bro. I can't even remember. What did you say the giveaway was? Oh, you're talking about from where you won. Yeah, all right. That makes sense. I was like, man, I was blanking. I was like, I remember you saying something about a giveaway. Sorry, guys. Sometimes my brain starts to go a little slow. Peaky Jack wrapping gifts and watching Rusty. Man, my wife has wrapped so many gifts. She's we kind of took on a few extra kids this year to give stuff to. She gets into it, man. I do not like wrapping gifts. Like it's like everybody's just gonna rip into it. Keep it loose. I don't want a tight wrapped present anyways, so that I have to fight the tape or any of that kind of stuff. But she has wrapped so many of them. She is a trooper. I've wrapped a few with her at night just to kind of help her out to get her to bed. But everything that I've bought for Christmas, none of it, not one thing has been wrapped. Wes Bragg says he's going to win it. I'm going to give it all away. I don't know if she's back yet. They might still be out. Got a Venusaur. First full art. So I got a few packs left. Got some hope. TV and sleep. Nice to know my order went through, but sucks to know the order after me got the Moon Umbreon. Oh, yeah. I mean, if the order had been there, I would have opened it up, but it hadn't showed up yet in the lineup. I don't know if it was just like a processing delay. Sometimes, like the site will screen stuff for different like levels of risk and hold it for an extra minute or two. I wasn't too bad of a pack. Got a Squirtle. Maybe you'll get one too. Cosper, I just remember getting gifts wrapped in newspaper back in the day. Just goes on the garbage. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. I guess it doesn't always go in the garbage. I save a lot of stuff that, like, if there's boxes I can reuse, Yeah, I'll save them. Mew EX. Alright, so you got a few energies here, a couple regular EXs. I put that Mew EX in there. Got a few art rares. Nothing too crazy though for the 151, but still not too bad either. We put these all in here. And we'll get this out with your giveaway tomorrow, as long as I remember. Zard Lurking said, I love cooking and wrapping gifts. My mom taught me well. I just get bored with it. Like, I'm pretty good at waiting on giving gifts and that kind of stuff, but I don't like to. I'd rather just give it to them when they need it. All right, so Daniel, you are next. Yeah, it still shows that it's on hold, but I can see where it shows that the payment has went through. So I'm gonna hit capture on it. 775. Make sure no errors run through on that. Picked up 2 TERASTAL Festival. So we'll do 1 out of 2. We're keeping the bulk on this. 775. 2 out of 2, Daniel. I tell you what, if you get 2 masks, I'll give you a whole free box. So we'll go with that. There's like a little catch bonus since yours got pushed out of order. It's 1, 2. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But if it does, you can trade out one of the boxes. We'll do a different box. All right, here we go. FTB says cooking rules. I like cooking. I mean, I think you can go overboard with it too. Now, some people, man, they can make a whole day event out of like smoking and doing that kind of stuff. If you got enough meat, I guess it makes sense too. All right, pack 1, we have Roaring Moon, and we start off with an SR. West Bragg says, get them gift bags and throw the present in there. I thought about just taking one of these big shipping boxes that I get and just throw all the presents inside of it. Terapagos. Yeah, good luck, Daniel. Nick said these boxes are fun. Yeah, because I mean, you know you're going to get at least one SAR. The masks, to me, are probably like the least fun. So that's why I said if he gets back-to-back masks, we'll do something about that. Ludo says, yeah, but eating rules more. I agree. I'm with you on that one. FTB, low and slow, the best way to cook. Now when it comes to steak, man, hot and fast. Sear that sucker one side, flip it over, sear it on the other. Zard Lurking says, I have bad OCD with certain things. Wrapping gifts is therapeutic for some strange reason. We've got a Master Ball. All right, so this, well, you got 2 packs left. Isaac said, chomping a strawberry shortcake ice cream bar. You're a boss, Rusty. Look at that. Flareon. It's not the Umbreon. Still not too bad either. This one I think looks really nice. I think the second favorite among most people is the Espeon, but I think the Vaporeon, Flareon, and Jolteon all look really good. Glaceon, Sylveon. Really, there's not one that looks that bad. We haven't pulled a Leafeon tonight. All right. So you got an SR, a Master Ball, and a Flareon in the first one. Driver said, gotta let snake. Let snake what? Alex said, reverse sear all day. What is a reverse sear? Wes Bragg says, or use the big brown Kroger Save a Lot, Piggly Wiggly, etc. bags and put your presents in it. Man, grocery bags are free. I'll just use those. Ludo says for some, unwrapping is also it's like therapeutic. Packs, for example. All right, yeah, I hear you on that one. That's our third regular Umbreon. Reverse holo. Alex says, Rusty, what's your go-to cut of steak? This is going to sound real uppity, but filet. It's like there's basically no fat, and it's all good. You pay for so much fat and bone with most of the other steaks. Like after that, I'd probably have to go with like a flank or sirloin. Like flank is going to give you a lot of bang for your buck. Like in just like sheer quantity. But I think if you go with the... what we got here? Oh, have we pulled this? Got a Raging Bolt? I didn't even know you could get this one. But the filet, to me, it's just so easy. You can't really mess it up unless you just completely overcook the thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the flavor of a good ribeye. It's just there's so much fat. And I don't like the fat. I like it for the taste, but I don't want it in my mouth. I don't want the chewiness or any of that. FDB says, ooh, got a second Master Ball with the Garchomp. 2 for 2 on Master Ball. Beef stew tonight. It's going to need a few hours. I got to get started soon. Yeah, you can't rush beef stew. Driver, got to let steak rest after steering. So I don't actually like to let it rest. Once my steak starts getting cold, like I'd rather have it like flaming hot in my mouth. Although maybe it's because I've got 3 kids, so it's always kind of like trying to get everybody in there so the steak doesn't get cold. So there's already going to be 5 or 10 minutes in there where it's resting. Zard Lurking said, I love the Flareon. It hits. Legend of Luke says, Flareon was always my favorite growing up. Jolteon was mine. Raging Bolt. So Alex says sear and then into the oven to finish it off medium rare. I've done that one time. See, I like mine more medium. So like I'm searing it for, a minute or two. That or I might butterfly the thing and, sear it real quick. But I've done the thing into the oven with the pan, the big metal pan, the one that you have to keep oiled. Can't even think the name of it off the top of my head. The one that I pretty much use all the time. And that was really good, but after a while I took the Blackstone. It was too much work. All right, let me refresh this, make sure I've got everything in order. I've got the next order, 7078 for Ryan. And I think this might be our... Is this a 10-box order? Is that what he had said? Oh, yeah. 10 boxes, Ryan. So you going to hit another Moonbreon or a God Pack? Okay. We haven't hit a full God Pack yet, have we? This is no bulk. Let's see if we can make this happen. Wes Bragg says he loves the filet. I avoid the fat too. Hate the texture. But you gotta have it for flavor. It's just I don't like chewing on it. It's just not my thing. Nick said just had some Papa Murphy's. I have no idea what a Papa Murphy's is. We've got a Papa John's. There's a Papa Joe's somewhere too. Ooh, I've got an idea. Let's open up all of them. I'm gonna just stack the packs so we don't even know what's gonna be coming. Well, we'll do like 3 at a time because I don't have that much room. That would have been kind of cool to like shuffle all the packs. You never know if you're gonna get like back-to-back SARs or something. We'll do 3 right here. Then I'll do it. We'll see how it goes. FTB says Tintin foil on a warm plate when resting. Sorry, if the steak's coming out, man, then the biscuits or the rolls better be getting done. Broccoli better be getting done because this time to eat steak. I'm not a resting guy. Wait, let me flip these over. There we go. All right, pack number 1, cast iron. Yes, the skillet. I'm over here thinking of a cast iron tub. I couldn't get tub out of what I was thinking about. Don't forget the butter for the steak. I don't actually use butter. All right, we got a mask for pack number 1 or for box number 1. I just use salt, pepper, oil. Butter to me just has like a sweet, like almost like a sweetness to it that I don't want. Same with like eggs. I prefer like a bacon grease. Thought we're pulling the master ball. Ryan, you in here? Oh yeah, there he is. He says make it exciting. I should be like taking them from different stacks. Westbragg says I have my own sauce mix for steak and burger. A1 Heinz 57 1883 sauce. Don't tell anybody. I don't really do steak sauce. I used to, but that was when I liked my steak well done. So I guess it makes sense that I would want A1. Now I don't like any sauce on my steak, except for like the juices that come with the steak itself. That's what I want to taste. Zard Lurking says nothing beats the 90s Pizza Hut. Man, they had the stuffed crust back then. It was a different ball game. Alex says salt and pepper and preferably on charcoal. I don't like my steak on charcoal anymore. After going to a Blackstone, man, I ain't going back. Ludo's definitely Zard. Pizza Hut sucks now. Prefer Papa John's. Yeah, same here. I will say, Pizza Hut has decent wings for like the fast food restaurant places, and their thin pizza's really good. But I prefer Papa John's as well. Westbragg says, gotta let the fat flavor the steak and then cut it off and give it to the dogs. That's pretty much what usually happens. Ryan says he's down for it. Maybe we'll do that on the next 3. We'll just mix them up. Never know what's coming. Richie says, do the English sets have any variations like the Master Balls in these Japanese sets? So I hear they're going to have Master Balls in Prismatic Evolutions. I haven't confirmed that, but other people have said that it will. English had the first reverse hollows. Then they've got some variants for like test prints and stuff. All right, this last pack, yeah, this one should have an SAR in it. Master Ball and Moonbryon. Dude, you've got 2 tonight. Look at that. Be kind of cool if you could weigh out the SAR and then just open all those at the end just for fun. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. There's your Moonbreon. I'm pretty sure there is a set with some kind of variation like that. I'm just not thinking of it off the top of my head. Because there's some really good reverse holo sets. EX era with the parallel holos, those were really nice because they had like the set logo on there. You had some of them with upside down Pokeballs, but none of that stuff was like the upside down Pokeballs wasn't on purpose. That was just like an error. Alright, so you got 2 masks and a Moonbreon. Kind of like up high, way down low. Got this redheaded kid again. SR. Did somebody say they know what name is this of the person this is? So Zard Lurking says Pizza Hut changed the recipe and sauce years ago, never the same. I know Domino's did. They used to have like a cardboard crust, and the sauce wasn't as sweet. Now it's like more sweet, but there is a little bit of zest to it. And the crust probably is preferable to most people, but I almost like the cardboard taste to it. Or maybe it's just like a kid nostalgia thing. My wife swears that Papa John's has changed everything, but I'm kind of like the opposite. I feel like Papa John's has been the one who's pretty much stayed the same. FTB, I remember the Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat buffet. Yeah, I think ours has that like once a week or something like that still. Man, we had a CC's Pizza, dude. Man, you could go there, eat as much as you want, all-you-can-eat buffet. But when COVID hit, that kind of it did away with all that. Okay, so I'm gonna take 3 boxes, and I'm gonna just shuffle all the packs up. Oh, Alex says my city still has the Pizza Hut buffet, so it's not just for around here. Dude, man, I used to go down like 20 pieces of pizza at a buffet, but they're really small. Like, let's be honest, it's not a full-size piece of pizza. And I wasn't eating the very end of the crust. Now if I go to like a Village Inn, why is my fan? Oh, my chat, it is gone. That was crazy. Did I use up all my memory? Hopefully I'm still streaming. I don't know what happened, but it said there was not enough memory for this page on the pop-out chat. And like the live streaming studio crashed as well, so I had to refresh the page. So hopefully there wasn't a break in the stream. If there was, sorry guys. Did I hit this already? No, I didn't. I don't even know what I was saying. Something about Pizza Hut. All right. Oh, when I used to eat pizza as a kid. Now I get like 10 slices at the Village Inn, and it's like I need to slow down, otherwise I'm gonna have to hit the bathroom. All right. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to shuffle these things together. There should be 3 SARs that are Pokemon at least, I would think. So we just don't know when to expect them. Could get them back to back. Or never. Or last 3. Not never. All right, pack number 1, nothing there. Westbrook said, I'd be surprised if we get Master Ball. Master Ball's cool if we do. Congrats on the pack. Yeah, pulled the Moonbreon. Momo says Atticus. I don't know the name, so you put a question mark at the end. That question mark might as well just say I don't know either. I don't. Westbrook had 2 masks, so they win a free box. So that was for that other guy. I had said if he pulled back-to-back masks because his order got out of order because it didn't show up in the list. I guess it wasn't processing. In the box that would have technically been his would have had a Moonbreon, so I could see why he was kind of upset. So I said if he got 2 masks, then I would replace one of his boxes for him because he had bought 2 boxes. That was the previous guy. No, I can't offer that on these like as a general thing. Hey Momo. So far we haven't hit any of the SARs. Nick says Papa Murphy's is a take and bake pizza. Take and bake. So you got to cook it yourself, just like from the deli at the food line. FTB says rip chat. You're live. All right, good. I'm still live. Guess I should have checked that before I kept answering questions. MK Ultra Instinct says feel bad for anybody FOMOing to make in a profit. Haven't hit any of the big ones yet. Matitude said there wasn't any break in the stream. Well, good. Haven't hit any Master Balls. No SARs. Richie said, did you like Evolutions or 151 better? 151 for sure. Evolutions is kind of nice because, I mean, it's a reprint of some stuff, but 151 to me was a better, like, modern take. Man, I must have shuffled all the good packs on the bottom. FDB says Evolutions. Look at this. We're down to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So we went through half the packs, no SARs and no Master Balls. Eevee, and still got another SR, but this still isn't going to be the SAR. That dude kind of reminds me of like a kid Lysander. Maybe because his red shirt, but not the red hair. Ludo says Evo got me back into the hobby. Before that had stopped at Neopacks. I had stopped at Neo. I got back in maybe like Storefront. Yeah, I want to say it was Storefront. It's building up. We've got some good packs in here. All right, there's one of them. Got the Ursaluna. 2 to go. FTB. Me too. I stopped at Team Rocket back in the day. Ooh, Master Ball plus Leafeon. These Master Balls have a tendency to be found in the packs with the SAR. You guys noticing that? I've been noticing that. So that's 2 of them. There's still 1 SAR lurking. Unless we have a God pack in here, of course. Alright, so there's the Palafin. Alright, so that should be all 3 SARs. So let's see if we can pull a God pack out or some Master Balls. Zard Lurking said, CC's still thriving near me. I'm not a fan, though, as an adult. As a kid, it was Chuck E. Cheese pizza. See, we had Hickory Dickory Dock near us, which was like the ultimate kid soft play. And they also had laser tag and an arcade that you could actually win at. Then they had bumper cars, golf cart, or not golf cart, just mini golf. Yeah, but we never played that. We always did the soft play or the arcade, and they had food there too. But you know, we didn't have money for all that. So I really never did Chuck E. Cheese, which I've done it now with my kids a few times. Oh, we got a gold. Nice, got a gold Pikachu. That's our third gold Pika of the night. If you want to sell your gold Pikachu, let me know. I might be a buyer. Charizard Lurking says Leafeon is my second favorite. Terapagos. I forgot about the golds. I should have been saying hope for a gold. Nick says favorite evolution for me probably Umbreon. I think I'm gonna stick with the Jolteon. Last packs as I opened as a kid was 2 packs of Neo Genesis Unlimited. Pulled a Slowking and Metal Energy. Oh, nice! You went 2 for 2. I was not a fan of claw machines. I mean, I wanted one at a Walmart one time. Got a ladybug necklace, which I thought was pretty cool. But I hated it when they like cheated you. All right, so let me put this is 6 boxes here. He still has 4 more boxes to go. He's already pulled the gold Pika and the Moonbreon. So this is 6 of those. Those boxes we got over there. Yeah, I really like the way the golds look in this set. I agree they are. Like when I saw the Terapagos, I was like, man, that's pretty nice. All right, so I'll do all 4 on this one. We'll shuffle it up. So what other hits do you need, Ryan? You've got the gold Pika. We know you've got the Moonbreon. You've got 2 Moonbreons, right? If you want to sell any of your Umbreons, let me know. Any of the Evolutions or the Pikachus, Roaring Moon, those kind of cards. If you guys hit those and you don't want them, you know, I might be willing to pay pretty close to market for them if they're well centered, which I'd have to check because I'm probably just going to grade the things. It'd be nice to have just more of those to be able to send off. So if you guys are interested, you have any hits tonight and you want to sell them because they're just not up your alley, send me an email. Be like, hey, what would you offer for this? And I'll get you an offer out in the morning. All right, let me shuffle these up. I got that one shuffled, and then we'll shuffle them together even more. Trying to do like the poker chip one, but I grabbed this one wrong. All right, we can only shuffle it so good right here. All right, Wishbrag says I still want to get the raw Japanese banned Magmortar where it looks like he's shooting a pew pew. Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Luda says, wow, feels like 2021 with Rusty opening packs 1 to 2 a.m. Yeah, it's a late one. But, you know, these I'm okay with opening these packs because they're fun. It's the same stuff over and over again, but these are, you get a hit every pack. So even if you get nothing, I mean, you're getting a little something out of it, right? At least you get a stack of decent cards. And, you know, I can open them easily. Those 5-card Japanese packs, that's rough on the fingers. Well, mainly because it's slow. Zard Lurking is funny how people Many people didn't care much for Rainbow and most gold cards in Scarlet or in Sword and Shield. Now they are making a big comeback. Ooh, got a God Pack, got an Espeon. That guy, Volcarona maybe, Croconaw. Can't even remember his name. It's got to be like Great Tusk or something. Ooh, you got the Sunbreon, the Jolteon, and the Leafeon. Bam, what a pack, dude. And that thing just popped out of nowhere. It was like, who knows, maybe you'll hit another one. That'd be cool if you hit 2. They were like shuffled together. Pretty sweet, man. Congrats on that. That's our second Demigod pack of the stream. Ludo says Pariah. Don't know that one. Oh, he's talking about the Magmortar. But it sounds interesting. Yeah, I think I had like a... Maybe I'm thinking of Infernape. Had a pretty vulgar name for the attack, too. FTB, Wes, I just looked at the art, and that card is super cool. Yeah, I knew what you meant with the Rainbow Zard. Congrats, Ryan. You've gotten 2 Moonbreons. You've gotten 1 Demigod pack. You've gotten a gold Pikachu. What else can you get here? There's the Iron Valiant. I almost don't want to cover up the 3 evolutions. Wes Bragg says he was going to call that God Pack. Well, maybe it's your lucky night then. Stick around for the giveaway, right? Nico says these are sold out, right? If they're not on the website, yes, they will be sold out. Because I think I'd put up 50 boxes in total. After that, I got an early morning still. I got to take a shower tonight too. Otherwise, I think you guys would probably just buy me out until I didn't have any more of these. Because this is just such a fun set. Maybe if I get bored one day between Christmas and New Year's and I'm working, I'll just I'll start live streaming. And you guys can buy whatever packs I put up. There's the Jolteon. Roaring Moon. Stefan said he thinks that they are sold out. You got this, Wes. We still should have 2 SR packs. You're not guaranteed to get a Master Ball, but I would think... Well, no, wait. We should have 3 SR packs, right? Yeah, 3. You're not guaranteed to get a Master Ball, but I would think you'd get at least 1 out of 4 boxes. 2 should be what you get. Ryan says I would definitely buy you out. Zard Lurking says everyone who hasn't mega punched that like button. Yeah, go for it if you want. Appreciate you staying up late, ripping packs with us. It's been fun, dude. Y'all tell me if I get off camera. I think we're going to make it to 11 o'clock tonight because we still, I think there's still a couple more orders after Ryan. Vaporeon. Ooh, Flareon. So you got the Leafeon, Espeon, Jolteon, Flareon. You got the Umbreon in one of your other packs. Be cool if you pulled all of them in your 10 boxes. Still no Master Ball. Stefan said, this must be a real popular set. Yeah, it definitely is. It is super fun to open. Good quality. High hit rates. Zard Lurking said, Boundaries Cross is a great set. That was the first set that I had bought from distribution, if I remember right. Ryan getting the master set today, and then some. Nice, got the Roaring Moon. So that should be it on the SARs. Unless you have another Demigod or regular God pack in here. Or possibly like a gold. Maybe a Master Ball, because I don't think we hit any Master Balls. Flareon is a little extra colorful. The red pops. Got a Master Ball. What's that name's Pokemon? Or what's that Pokemon's name? I was going to say Charcadet, but that's definitely not a Charcadet. Looks like a sunfish or a firefish. Westbrag says, that's right. Hit the like, subscribe, and share for Rusty. It's all free and helps out the channel. All right, last pack. Last chance for the Eevee God pack. All right, didn't happen there. Sorry, man. All right, so your hits from the last 4 boxes. Yeah, that was definitely the highlight. And then did pretty good there with the Roaring Moon and the Flareon. I was hoping my neck would pop there, but it didn't. Let's see who is left. All right, I think we have 3 more orders, if I'm seeing this right. No, we have 4 more orders. Oh, wait, no, 3 more orders. Somebody ordered a grading fee. Yeah, if you want any of your cards graded, I can grade them too. I do both CGC and PSA offerings now. I don't advertise it a whole lot. But if you want information about that, send me an email and I'll send that to you and we can have it submitted probably by 2 days from now. All right, so this is order 7079. Christopher, he picked up 3 boxes and we're keeping the bulk. So let me get all these 3 out. Captured the payment. All right, Christopher. Here we go, boss man. You in the chat? Let us know. Yeah, that was a good run, Brian. Zard Lurking. Rusty, you remember your highest viewed video was? It's that first edition base set box. It's on the, if you go to my YouTube channel page, it's like the one that's there. It's like 1.7 million or something like that. Nothing else is even close to it. It's like 10% of all my videos, or all my views. Ludo says, can we send cards for grading with PSA, or does it have to be pulled from a live? So it'd just be stuff that I pulled that I already have on hand. Like I just offer it to you, but I'm not, I don't offer out like a regular middleman service. Like if you wanted to do a big order and it was worth it for me, like I could send 200 or 300 cards off at a time, and I had a little bit of markup, then maybe we could work something out. But as it is, it's going to be a whole lot cheaper for you to submit it yourself, because I'm marking it up, a decent amount, per card. But if you're only wanting to send in one card, then it's kind of worth it because then I can send it in with others, and you know, you save on shipping and stuff. Zard lurking. Best says best of luck, Christopher. Ludo says, and is it with you or Ludgkins? I'd be submitting directly myself. So, like, any of these go from me under my account directly to PSA, and then it'd come back to me, and then I would ship out to you guys. FTB Casual First Edition base set box break, no biggie. 10K back then, that was a huge risk in the hobby. And then when I open it up and I get an off-center Charizard that has an impression line, like not a print line, an impression line. It's not even straight on the card. It ended up paying for itself because of the views. Although I didn't monetize it probably for the first 500,000 views on it. That was one of those things where I just kind of, I didn't do that. All right, first box, got the Dragapult right there. So no evolution for box number 1. Hopefully we get you one in the next box, Christopher. Here we go. Is the PSA grading you offer the same price as your CGC? No, PSA is more. It's like $5 more. Like CGC, I think I do I want to say there's a $10, $15, $20 option. So like the cheapest option is no pedigree and you can sign it. So that's like I think I'm at $10 on that one. But then if you don't want to consign it, it's 15. If you don't want to consign it and you want a pedigree, then it's like $20 per card for CGC. So like that would be the most expensive way. Bam, right off the bat, got the Eevee. And then with PSA, I think you just tack on $5, but I can't do the pedigree. So like I can, if you want to consign it, maybe, or I don't know. Because 15 doesn't even sound right because it costs more than that to grade it myself. Because the way that insurance is now with PSA, like it jacks the price up almost $2 a card. I've got it on there. It might be 20 and 25 or something like that. Because I do get a little discount, I think, because I have like regular bulk access to the monthly specials or something. It's a little different because I am an official dealer, or was through PSA. I don't even know anymore. But I've got it. I've got the pricing on it. If you go to the all items, you'll see one under like maybe supplies, and you have to put in a code. It's like capital T, capital C, capital A, so TCA, capital L, and then IVE, so TCA live. Just the first 4 letters are capital, and then you can select some options there. Cosper says, "Guess you'll just have to open another one." It'd be fun. Very expensive. Ludo says, got 5 Zards, thinking to grade 2 Flashfire, Evo Generations, and Shining VMAX. Their bulk, it's slow, but it's not that slow. I just got an order through today. If you guys saw that post where I had the Pikachu Cosmos on IG, like the handful of them, there was only like 14 total that I could submit out of all the boxes I opened. Oops. Let me get those back out. There we go. Forgot to put these in their own. And I think I did pretty good. I think I got like 3 10s out of the 7 that I sent into PSA. So I was pretty happy with that. And then I sent in several Mew SVP 53s. And I got several 10s on those. I got 0 on the Charizard V-Star from the UPC. And then I want to say I got a few Sleepy Vs and a few V-Maxes in PSA 10. All right, here's box number 3. Zard Lurking said, "Yeah, I love PSA, but not a fan of the insurance prices. It cranks up the price so much now. Like you can get 300 cards shipped for $50 through CGC. Like that would probably cost you $500 or more through PSA now. Ooh, we got a nice Raging Bolt. I think I submitted 57 cards, and it's pretty expensive. I'd have to go. I don't want to like say numbers without knowing for sure, but I know it jacked it up over $1 on the last few submissions I sent in. Got a Master Ball, done sparse. Ghost says, still ripping Terra Festival. Late night for the last stream of the year. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I knew it'd probably be pretty late when I added 30 boxes in case everybody bought, and everybody did, so. Ooh, we haven't pulled that gold before. Got the mask. Stefan says, so you offer PSA/CGC to consignment options. Yeah, anything that's graded I offer for consignment. Yeah, all graded cards. Anything, like even, I do graded games for people. Got some graded like magazines up right now. Those are a little different, but it's kind of cool to see that stuff come through. Everybody's saying hey back and forth. But good to see you in here, Ghost. I don't think we have many boxes left. There should be, I think there's 3 orders after this one. Richie says, how often do you do these opening streams? It's usually every Tuesday. However, we're going to have a 2-week break because of New Year's and Christmas. Anthony, are CGC 9.5 same or equal value to PSA 9? I guess if you're looking at like modern stuff, they might be around the same price. But, I mean, there's some CGC 9s that are priced right at PSA 9s as well. 9.5 just really isn't a desirable grade. That Raging Bolt does look pretty cool. Like in general, PSA 10 is going to beat out the regular CGC Gem Mint 10, but the Pristine usually beats out the PSA 10. It's like a little added chase. Okay, next order. Donnie is back. What did he pick up? Three TF boxes, no bulk. This is order 7080. That is the next order, right? Yeah, because we just did Christopher. One, two, three. Here we go. Anthony says Black Star Venusaur CGC 9.5. That's a tough one because, man, once you get to 10, the value on that's going to like slingshot. I think you could probably ask a little premium on the 9.5 for a card like that, but it's not going to be much of a premium, like compared to the PSA 9. Donnie said, Ryan talked me into it. This might be the last ones for the year. Got an Alakazam Master Ball. That's pretty sweet. Seeing Alakazam back in several sets has been nice. Ludo says, my Evo Zard is Green Flame. Not sure if error, but I was told to grade. It's green, but not that much. I don't know. Maybe I can send a picture. I can look at it, but I'm not familiar with too many errors. I know there's some hollow bleeds for Evo that are pretty sweet. Let's go, Donnie. Everybody's wishing you good luck, dude. Stefan says, I have some Crystal Guardians, black and white cards. I may be looking to sell, but I don't have them graded. I just don't know if what cards paying the grade price would be worth it. Yeah, man, send me some pictures, and I'll let you know if there's anything worth it. There's not a whole lot from like black and white era, but there are some from Crystal Guardians, some from some other late EX era sets, especially if you have gold stars. Like if we're talking gold stars, yeah. I mean, it's going to be worth it one way or the other. Ludo says it has tiny white spots in the back, so not a 10. Evo Zard's pretty tough in a 10. First Magnum, or what is it? Sandy Shocks. First Sandy Shocks of the night. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, this pile of packs is just like a wreck over here. All right, box number 2. Here we come. So, Wes says he has a base set Hollow Zard with a mild hollow bleed. Of course, all my Evolution Zards have hollow bleed. And I have 2 Secret Wonder Zards that have, surprise, surprise. So, the base set, if it's good enough to see it through in a picture, usually people will pay up for that. For Evolutions and Secret Wonders, it's got to be pretty heavy to get any kind of like real premium. Yeah, it's supposed to be a Magneton, but the ancient name for it is Sandy Shocks. You know, like the Walking Wake is technically Suicune, or Suicune is technically Walking Wake, and so forth. Nice, got a Master Ball Espeon. Nice and flashy. Zard said, Crystal Guardian Zard is in my top 5. It's a beautiful looking card, especially the regular hollow. Yeah, it's a good one. For a while there, it was very unpopular, but I think it's got a unique impression in time. Oh, or maybe I was reading Ludo's comment and just saying impression because he said impressive. FTB, I've actually got a Zard from Evolutions that's got an auto 10 and a condition 10 on it. Man, the thing's really not that great. So this one's kind of OC. I've seen some off a little bit, but that's probably the most I've seen off on an SAR. Yeah, it's shifted. Yeah, some people just get lucky with the Evo Zards because you got to imagine many of those things were just dumped in there in bulk. Jolteon. All right, last box coming up. Donnie, are you wanting the Moonbreon? Or what's your ideal pull? Anthony says, Rusty, would it be okay to send pics of the card to see if it's worth cracking to resend? I know it's busy during this time. Just want to trust a professional opinion. I can take a look at it. If I don't get back to you, sorry, man. It's going to be really tough for me to tell from a picture because there's usually a lot more detail that you can find by just standing under a strong light, flashing the card back and forth. Pictures, for you to be able to show it in a picture, you've probably already seen it yourself, if that makes sense. Ludo says, we're talking to TCA. He has all of them, or has them all. I got most Charizards. I don't have all of them. Not anymore. Attitude, I just sent in my first submission for grading. Sent 3 cards of PSA. A Sleepy Tyranitar V. That's a good one. Black Star Venusaur and a Ghost Rare Cyber Dragon from Ghost from the Past 2. Well, I hope you get some 10s. You get the Venusaur in a 10, dude. Like, then you can go buy a car. Third Master Ball, 3 for 3. Don't even know what that is, but you got it. Nick says, what is that last czar? I don't even know the dude's name. He's got too much going on. I've seen him before. Have you pulled one yet? Yeah, we've... Oh, so Donnie wants an Espeon. We pulled 1 tonight, maybe 2. Demigod pack. Ludo says, especially like the PSA 1 to 10 base set, including 0.5 grades. That's tough. I did that with Charizard first edition without the 0.5s. I had most of the 0.5s that were possible, but I ended up giving up on that. So Momo says that's Cerulege. No, Cerulege? Ooh, Leafeon. Didn't get the Espeon, but got a nice Leafeon. Alright, last pack. FTB, could I email you pictures of it? Probably the best one I've seen. Maybe you get a kick out of it. Go for it, man. Richie, the first packs I bought when I opened just coming back were 8 Paldean Fates. From a Quack Premium box pulled back-to-back Charizard EX cards to 234. Wow, apparently crazy lucky. I would say so. Alright, Donnie. You did pretty good on the Master Balls. And then I would say the Leafeon is going to be your big hit from those 3 boxes. Anthony says 1 more Umbreon. Let's go. Hope so. Ludo says, what happened? Let some of them go. I did let some go, but I stopped also pursuing it because of how many like crazy variations there are. I still have all of my English and Japanese like regular set Charizards up through like Sword and Shield, and then I have plenty from Scarlet and Violet, but I probably don't have all of them. All right, Ahmed, you're next. Let's see what he picked up. Oh, he didn't pick up. He picked up 10 151 packs. I just assumed I saw a payment of 90 something in here. Let's get 3, 6, 9, and 10. $70, $81. Ahmed. And then no bulk. Ahmed, if you're here in chat, man, let us know. We're rooting for you. Maybe we'll pull what you want to pull. Cerulege. According to Sam. Cerulege kind of sounds cool though, right? Anthony says, I have PSA scans, 97 cert, Black Star Venusaur, PSA 9, cleanest back I've seen on the card, better than a couple of 10s. I think CGC could give it a 10 and no print lines. If you could get it, there's going to be a markup there. It's not going to bring PSA 10 prices, that's for sure, unless you pulled a pristine somehow. But that would be tough. Blunt says, I'm hoping for a Black Lotus. Alright, man. Black Lotus it is. Attitude, I don't think my Black Star Venusaur has a chance at a 10 unless they're trying to share the holiday spirit. Dude, I had like 50 of those things pulled straight from like the little seal flap that were all stored together. I had several 9s, no 10s. Could, but I don't know, pop control that card. That's how I feel about it too. If there was ever a card being pop controlled, although how many are out there in the wild nowadays anyways? Drak Loke Master Ball. That must have been one of the ones that I didn't know what it was. Go says, let's get an SIR. What's up, Ahmed? Good to have you join us, man. Ludo says, yeah, it's like for packs. There are way too many variations. Just sticking with unlimited for now. 2 more packs. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh, okay, so we got the basic energy, got the illustration rare, and then we also have the full art Charizard EX. Not bad for a pack that didn't have like a special illustration rare. Last pack, here we go. UEX. I think this is the last one that come out of the last set of 151 packs. All right, Ahmed, thanks for buying in, man. Good to see you in here. Get this put up and ready to ship out for you tomorrow. All right, next order we have Benjamin. After that, I don't think there's any orders lined up, but you're still welcome to buy in for anything that's available. Oh no, this is actually for grading, so that's not another order. About missed that. Okay, so that's actually it. So let me go to the giveaway over here. Let me refresh this out. Guess what I have an extra of? Last week we gave away one. Turned out to be a God pack. So let me set it up. Okay. So to be entered into this giveaway, you have to be active in chat. So you might want to drop a message in there. Don't spam it out though. If you're trying to buy in on this live, there are no more of these boxes available, but there are other packs. You need to do so like right now, because as soon as we get done with the giveaway, if there's no more orders, we're going to attempt to raid out Royalty Gaming. If you guys want to do that, if there's a mod who can pin that, that'd be great. If not, I'll go find it here in a minute. But the main hits from this box will be given away to someone in the chat. Got a number on. No moon there. Let's see what we have here. All right, so there are 2 hits, but maybe we'll pull a gold card or demigod pack. That'd be kind of cool. Ghost says, first tumor, I'm already in both channels, but I won't ruin it. Royalty Gaming Pokemon, here we come. Is he still alive? Ludo says last time he won, he was with Chris. Definitely not Derek Reyes. 2 packs to go. Da-na-na-na-na. Maybe we'll pull a gold. No gold. Finish off with a Jolteon though. Alright, so it looks like there's a Dragapult and some other dude. Got an SR and an SAR. Alright, choose a winner. Look at that. First Tomu, you are the winner. Beautiful. Somebody dropped the chat too, so let me come over here and pin that. Oop. Alright, should be pinned now. Alright. Congratulations, First Tomu. You won I'm going to make sure that there aren't any more orders in. I doubt there are with it being this late and us being out of terrestrial. Yeah, there's nothing there. So, first Tomu, make sure you send me a message. I'll get this out to you tomorrow. And congratulations, dude. Everybody who's still here left into the chat, I hear they're opening up base set 2 over on Royalty Gaming Pokemon. That'll be a fun live. So the link to that is in the chat. It's also pinned to the top of chat now. Thanks to whoever it was that dropped it. I think I saw maybe Ghost or somebody dropped it. Yeah, he put it in there. So let's go rate him out, say hello, give him a like, give him a sub, and maybe you can watch some content if you're still sticking around for it. But I had fun. Definitely appreciate everyone who jumped in on the live. And maybe I'll see you in 3 weeks. If it won't be 3 weeks, I'll let you guys know, but that'll be the plan. First Tomu, I have an email very top of the screen right here, #1PokemonCollector@gmail.com. Send me an email right there. All right. Congratulations again.